Hello friends, I am currently live on youtube.com. Please tell me if you can hear both my voice and the gameplay audio, and then I will immediately jump across to introduce my lovely friend. Can you hear me? Everything is good. We've actually got it right from the beginning. That's great. We've got Morbius, Jadis Greenway, Eli and Logan 7 Titan in chat. I've got Go Galaxy up, of course, but the match starts in 4 minutes, so we're gonna jump straight across today to get my other guy involved. So bye Go Galaxy, that was nice. Instead I'm gonna join Stream 1 because we have got a very special guest for this particular stream. At the moment in the call, I can see myself. I can see Kenway, who's going to be giving us the gameplay feed, if I'm not mistaken. And a guy that I've got on mute is TXM. Now, how do I... Oh, he's unmuted himself. Give us a word, Tom. Yeah. Oops, let me get you into the actual headphones instead of out of my monitor. Output device is that. Give us another wiggle, Tom, and chat will let us know if they can hear you okay.
Yo.
You got one word out, but hopefully you heard that.
Yo. Is this where is this? Is
He'll keep saying
working?
yo until it works.
Could
I
that be
believe
heard?
so. Yep, Logan's just let me know in the chat. Can hear Tom
Yo.
good. So that is great. Everyone else who's in the call, the onus is kind of on them to mute you on their side, but for my end of running the stream, if I've got your sound on and the sound of the actual gameplay on, then we're good. So I will mute Papa Pinguin, one of the players, I believe, for... Actually, let's not make a guess on that. I was talking to him just last stream about the team he was playing for, one of the French language ones. But great. The match itself is going to kick off in about 2 minutes. But for now, just in case there's anybody in chat who doesn't know who you are, who's this TXM fella?
Hi, what's up? I also make Inazuma 11 videos. I've been known to do that from time to time.
You could occasionally make a video about the same series I do. It's unbelievable.
Yeah, it's mad, isn't it? I've played Inazuma 11 Strikers before, so I've got you beat there.
Yeah, true. I've seen a lot more competitive play than you now, though, I think.
Yeah, I mean, I commentated the Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy World Cup. So I have experience, but Strikers is a different world to me. I know that you can kick the ball in the back of the net without using special moves, but I couldn't explain to you how to do that.
Yeah, we know it's a technique called no mashing, and it's just kind of dashing in kind of unpredictable manners so that the goalkeeper tries to move one way to stop you, and then you've actually gone the other way, and then you just run straight in. Most of the goals in the tournament so far have come through that kind of means.
Yeah, okay.
I'm especially expecting to see a lot of that from Japan today, because Japan are the hot favourites for the whole tournament. They won it last time. They're likely to win again. Their opponent is Southeast Asia, made up of 2 players from Indonesia and 2 players from Vietnam. Today they've got, I think, 1 of each representing, and then one of them has to sit it out. But Southeast Asia are like almighty underdogs in this, because they were the pot 4 seed in their group. They were meant to get last in the group, and they're now here in the actual semi-finals against
We love that.
the still unbeaten Japan. They had 1 single match that ended in a draw, and everything else they have crushed.
Yeah, we love that. We love to hear that. Well,
I'm going to do a bit of extra promo on Twitter, so while I'm doing that, let us know anything else you know about Strikers or the World Cups of previous days.
So I think I've seen a few matches, not of this World Cup, I think of the last one, and I definitely have seen like chain shots being used. The stuff that's really it. I mean, my knowledge of Go Strikers isn't great, but I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of crazy
World Cups of,
strategies they've got cooking
previous
here.
Yeah, my knowledge of Strikers was even lower than yours at the start of doing these streams, and it's just gradually crept up. I've learned a lot about the meta. I've learned the techniques in which you can win with. I know which countries in the world are best at the game at this point.
Yeah.
I feel like now if I were to play Strikers for the quote-unquote first time, I'd probably be pretty sick at it. And we have a donation from Jin, Jyn, another Trobel fan. Trobel seems to have a lot of fans that she brings to these streams ever since the last one. Well, cheers for the £2. We've now made it to £8 in donations on the Tale of the Toaster channel overall. One more £2 donation will be in double digits. I'm basically in mad profit.
Let's go.
But even more importantly than that, we now have a gameplay feed. Have you clicked on that one, Tom?
On that, I can see gameplay. That feels like that's right.
Yeah, we've got that up on my side as well. There's no audio at the moment, which is normal in the menu, but it should kick in once they actually get to a match. It looks like the stream is coming from the Japanese team. It's usually a bit of a 50-50. We have to pay a lot of really close attention in the start of the match so we know which team is which, because they don't tend to make it very easy to tell. The team name is not displayed in the middle of the match. It's only like it introduces them, and then you have to remember which one was their logo, and then find out which individual player it corresponds to.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
What I can say is that the Japanese team is represented by 4 players over the course of the set. Their names are Infi, Miya, AS79, and Paralai, with Infi being drawn into the first match, while Southeast Asia is being represented by Baamsushi from Indonesia, then Minh from Vietnam. The third draw, they've got a player called Zuky from Vietnam in, but I don't think he's available today, so we'll get to that if we make it that far in, and then it will be back to Minh and Baamsushi for the other concluding matches. But yeah, so it's an interesting one because we had the German, Austrian, and Swiss Team DAC, get disqualified before going into the round of 16 because they had a player drop out and then they didn't have enough to make it through. But now we're at the semi-finals and we've had one team just kind of go down to 2 members for the day, and I guess they just have to hold that, unfortunately. But let's keep things competitive up to that point. We have another £2 donation from Jin to make it, in fact,
let's go.
£10 made from streams. This is the funny thing, Tom. Like, you had a really good first ever stream in terms of getting viewer donations. In my case, I didn't even know I'd enabled it. Like, somebody just gave me £2 in the previous match, and I was like, huh. I guess that is possible, isn't it? But
yeah, I guess it is just done with. I guess it's just monetization or whatever. Well, because YouTube have the thing now, don't they? They're like the super thanks or whatever, where like you can donate on videos, but like nobody knows it exists.
Yep, I can't say I've ever done it, but at least I've been a member of yours for what, 2 years now, 3.
Let's go! All that member content that I definitely make. Let's go.
It helped me because you started making member-exclusive Sporkle content, and then I just looked at it and said, but I play Sporkle all the time. I love Sporkle quizzes. And so does Logan7Titan in the chat, because he's the one who started making Sporkle quizzes for me to play. I've actually recorded my second one now, trying to name all of the Hisatsus in Inazuma 11 Go. But that is one for another day, because on the left we've got Wi-Fi Japanese text, and on the right side we've got more Japanese text. One of them's representing Japan and one of them is representing Southeast Asia in the form of Baamsushi, our Indonesian player. I'm going to guess that the one called Wi-Fi is kind of similar to Infi. There's probably Japan on the left. They do have the Inazuma Legend Japan logo, which I feel like is a clue. The other guys just have the Kirkwood logo, I think. Or
is there just been a disconnect or something?
Yeah, that didn't take long, did it?
Is this a normal affair? I feel this is a normal affair.
I've dealt with 2 disconnects in the tournament so far. One of them happened like 15 minutes into a match, so they just did a fresh restart with one like free goal given to recreate the score. There was also one where a disconnect happened in the final 15 minutes of a match, so they just restarted it, skipped the first half by doing nothing, and then played out the second half in full again.
Yeah. So
it's like they're not losing anything by gaining extra time in the match because they can both just... It's equal opportunity to both teams by having the match go on longer.
Yeah.
But, yeah, in this case, disconnected right at the start, so we will just try again.
Okay. Easy.
But this is the semi-finals after all. If I can get Discord open on another tab or on my iPad, I want to have a look at the path that Southeast Asia took to get here. Because, again, they were meant to lose all of their matches in the group stage and go home. But it's the semi-finals and they're still here. So let me have a look at the fixtures and see what the path was. They beat Bulgaria in the quarterfinals. Did you know there was a Bulgaria team in this, Tom?
A Bulgaria? That's. I love that.
We couldn't get a United Kingdom team, but we could get a Bulgaria team, which is just brilliant. And they were actually pretty good. They made it to the top 8, only to be taken out by Southeast Asia. We have a £2 donation from Ray Ray. Thanks for the Trouble Nation shout out anytime. You're very funny with your microwaves and you're taking Gabby to watch the Barbie movie. And then a £5 donation from Lord Rinsler the Collector. Well, we've already hit a new record for donations on stream, and the first match hasn't even started yet. So it's good this, Tom. You should have told me how lucrative streaming is, isn't it, fab?
If only I had the time to do it more. Gorgeous.
I know, right? What a thing! But I'll never make the conversion of just being a YouTuber to a streamer. Like, I'm more bothered about being a boomer and releasing videos at my own pace than I am about streaming
every 3 days.
But...
So every 3 days, guys. Every 3 days.
Yeah, remember that old schedule? It's all right. Next month, I might have a plan for something more frequent than that. But that only comes true if I actually get my arse in gear and start editing over the next few days.
A little bit of foreshadowing.
I feel like I'm able to give a little bit of a hint to the people who turned up at 3 p.m. in their little afternoons. So I'm trusting you guys with this information. I'm certainly not going to be doing daily content of full videos, but TaleOfTheToaster's got a little bit of an idea with some shorts going on, and I've edited about 8 of them, and I'm trying to get a little bit more done in the next couple of days so that hopefully I can make August the month of shorts, where 30 shorts in 30 days and then give up and never make them again. They're all... The idea I've got is all part of one series, so they're all related, but it happens to be exactly 30. So if I can get my arse in gear and finish editing most of them within the next couple of days, then you might just be
August,
getting...
August has 31 days.
31st day will have a montage of all the shorts combined into one, probably. But,
yeah, you can't not upload every day in August. You can't do 30 days and then just dip on day 31.
Yeah, 31st day will be the compilation, I guess, and then that'll be it. But anyway, that's enough foreshadowing for what TaleOfTheToaster might be working on in the future, because what he's working on right now is another disconnect. Is this how Japan wins every tournament undefeated?
Another disconnect. That's
just
gorgeous.
by being impossible to play against. We've got scores in the fixtures. We know that they defeated people on the way here, but... Oh, Lord Rinsler's already leaving? Oh, that's... Well, thanks for the $5 before you did. You literally just came here to pay me money and then leave. That's kind of wild, but thank you for showing up. And yeah, if there are any Joe Kings in the net of either team, I'm sure you'll see them on twitter.com. But for everyone else who's sticking around, we've got 29 people in chat already, which is, to me, a bit bonkers for 3 p.m. before the match has even started. So, I think
shout out to everyone here. Let's go.
Southeast Asia, yeah, their big upset to get out of the group was beating Benelux. That's Belgium, Netherlands, and Luxembourg on one team.
Okay.
Italy were also quite favoured in that group, but Benelux beat Italy, and then Southeast Asia beat Benelux. So even though Southeast Asia didn't win all of their matches in the group, they did lose to Italy. They ended up as top of the group anyway. That was also the team with DAC in it, so Germany, Austria, and Switzerland. So they were the hot favourites for that group, and then just ran out of people and got DQ'd. So Southeast Asia have taken a fortuitous, potentially, run to the semi-finals. But if they beat Japan, then that simply means they're the best in the world.
Okay.
It requires possibly having the best internet in the world to make that a reality. But
yeah, I mean, fingers crossed.
Let me check if there's 2 streams. No, just the one. That's coming from... Oh, so we now know that the feed is coming from Infi, so that is indeed the Japanese team giving me the footage. But I know what I want to see in this footage, and that's some friggin' football. So predictions, Tom, is Southeast Asia going to win?
Yes, absolutely, demolish.
Good. I'm glad there's belief.
I'm hedging my bets. I believe in Southeast Asia, without a shadow of a doubt.
It would be the Cinderella story of the whole thing. Well, let's hope
exactly.
This is the beginning. We've got Wi-Fi Inazuma Japan on the left. That's probably the real Japan. And then we've got Very X on the right, which is probably Baamsushi.
It immediately disconnected.
Wow. This might be impossible here. I've managed to get the whole TXM-Tom Spoors onto a stream.
You got me out of bed at 3 p.m. I mean, that's quite impressive.
And we're not even going to have a match at this rate. Like, you can go back to sleep, mate. Your job's done.
Oh my god. I mean, yeah. Hell yeah.
Maybe I'll go to sleep on stream. That's meant to be the trick, right?
We do a sleeping stream.
I was watching the interview between Anthony Padilla and Amaranth, and she was saying she gets more views when she's asleep on Twitch than she does when she's awake.
I watched that as well. I've heard that. I'm definitely convinced at one point I'm going to do a stream where I just sit and sleep. That is happening.
I mean, you basically signed up for that when you came up with that stream idea of I'm going to play every Inazuma 11 in a row without sleeping until it's over. How far did you get with that one again? Was it start?
I think I got to 3 and then realised I had to play 3 and then just kind of gave up because it was 3.
It was one of those where we all told you it was a ridiculous idea and you absolutely shouldn't do it, but we know what you're like. You take no's as validation. You're like,
exactly.
Oh yeah, I'll do that and prove you wrong, and then
Pokemon Sleep stream. We should play some Pokemon Sleep. I will never I would love to play Pokemon Sleep, but I literally couldn't. My sleep schedule is too bad.
They changed name. We've got Bam with the Mac Tigers logo on the left now. And that would definitely be the Southeast Asia rep.
It disconnected.
Oh my god. You know how I said I'd had 3 disconnects total in the streams up to this point?
Yeah.
We've now leveled that record within the first match.
Look, I mean, I've just bought Resident Evil 2 remake. I was going to watch a Harry Potter movie later. So I might just go do that. You know,
Yeah. Well, I mean, I've been paid 12 quid for this, so I've got to give the
true.
people what they want. But in the meantime, we can also say the other semi-final is tomorrow at 7 p.m. between France and Maghreb. Maghreb being the northern African countries that speak French, like Tunisia, Algeria, and Morocco. So that's going to
That's
be an
cool.
intense semi-final, and that's going to happen at a slightly more normal time of day. So I will hopefully be streaming that one as well tomorrow, possibly with
Mm,
Tom if we can keep him interested. But
what's up?
we may be losing him over the course of this riveting action.
No, I'm here. I'm ready. I'm absolutely ready to go.
This is the one. They're loading in the stadium. It's Ryman Stadium. That must take the least loading, right? We've got Bam on the left.
Bam.
They've sent a message.
Let's go.
That's
Come
encouraging.
on. Come on.
Indonesia on the left. Japan on the right. Kick off. No way.
Come on.
Kick it.
Just kick the ball.
Kick
For the love of
ball.
God.
We're here with the
football.
Inazuma 11 Strikers
Playing football.
2013 Xtreme World Cup with Gamma maxing into his Zanuck form already. On the left, we have
football.
Baamsushi representing Indonesia as part of the Southeast Asia team, while the hot favourites for the whole thing, Japan, are playing on the right, currently represented by Infi. Let's have some footy. Nearly scored a goal! Saw was body blocking as a defender. That was about to go in.
Arian is doing something here.
He's certainly shifting about. We got the Zanuck, the main goalkeeper, coming out again. It's weird seeing him in the Ryman kit. Did you know that bobsled's really good in this game? Like, actual bobsled from Alpine.
Really? I mean, fair play. Why not?
He's got a blocking move and a dribbling spirit, and that's
I love stuff
all you
like
really
that.
need in this. That off the crossbar. That was about to go in.
I do love the frame rate. It is like making me see. I feel like I am like seeing things in slow motion. I guess I am because of the frame rate, but you know what I mean.
Yeah, I always have to give the disclaimer to the people in chat. If your stream that you're watching is lagging, it's not your fault, and it's not my fault either. It's just...
I swear that... Wait. Okay, I need to stop. I'm watching both the stream and the gameplay stream, and this is confusing me because one's delayed. Wait, there we go.
Yeah,
right.
You can pause the stream and just have it open on a tab to read the chat, but Discord's the only one you need to be paying attention to.
I was about to just pop off again because I think they hit the crossbar, but it's delayed. Okay.
Man's popping off over the replays. What the hell? Man goes into match of the day highlights knowing the scores and then still goes absolutely insane when they miss one. Have you been watching any of the Women's World Cup so far?
Like mostly highlights and stuff. I'll probably watch some of the England matches later on.
Yeah, I've been having Alex Greensmith in my DMs pretty much every day, giving me the updates just in case I wasn't looking them up myself. But
yeah,
I have been keeping up with the misery of being a Costa Rica fan. Once again, they've lost it twice. So, but Japan's doing well. They beat Costa Rica, and they're possibly about to beat Southeast Asia here in the Inazuma World Cup as well. But it is 0-0 for now, which, to be honest, when we're halfway through the first half, is hard to do. But Thundertaker's coming out. The fates might change immediately. Again, to even get a draw here would be amazing from Southeast Asia. But I think this is them doing the shot right now. It's heading to the right.
Okay. Deep jungle here to stop the maximum fire Thundertaker chain. Nope. Dog
Nearly.
MacArthur!
He's going to chain it with Snowstorm Leopard.
Here we
Wait
go.
a minute.
This is it.
And then the goalkeepers are just so good in this anyway that I'm confident Chinquidea will stop it with his level 3 spirit funniness. And Hurley Kane will take all the credit, of course. No, he's been beat!
Let's go!
That is a goal for Southeast Asia!
Come on, lads.
Baamsushi taking the lead again. So Japan have played. This is their 5th set in the tournament. They won all 3 of their sets in the group stages, but the sets still involve playing all 3 matches. So that's like 9 matches straight where they didn't lose. And then they went into the round of 16 and they did a best of 5 where 1 match ended in a draw and the other 4 were a Japan win. So by sets, they're 4-0, but by games, they are 13-1-0. So if they were to lose even a single one here, that would be an absurd upset, but bring it on, Southeast Asia ready. I was also reading Baamsushi's messages in the server before this. He was saying, you casters have picked a real bad one to stream here. Southeast Asia's going to get annihilated. Shut up! You're winning! You are winning the match right now! And Tom believed all the way. He said you were going to win.
Exactly. It's all correct, me, if we're being honest. But yeah, you know what I mean.
And Sol Daystar is going to try and come in with a block here. Because this is Japan going for goal right now. Arch Pegasus.
Yeah.
Not Arch Pegasus, I keep saying it.
Oh, I love the little Japan kit. That's cute.
Yeah, I like that mod. But regular Pegasus is always preferred to Arch Pegasus because it lets you do that.
Arian waxes faced on the post. Glorious.
And he's absolutely jumping about the place celebrating his new head injury. Because, yeah, if you've not seen this before, Arian can have Arch Pegasus for taking shots, but goalkeepers are so good and you have to be so close to use it that it's just generally not worth. Whereas if you're using a dribbling spirit, you can use it to beat out a defender in the box and then just run around the keeper and tap it in. So all the Arian players always want to use regular Pegasus, and there is pretty much an Arian on every single team. It's the only thing more guaranteed is having a Sol Daystar, and off the pitch goes Japan. That was a bit of an error to dodge the block attempt from Southeast Asia there.
Classic bobsled. Yeah,
it's all his fault, obviously.
Oh, absolutely. Is this Gamma? Yes, Gamma's off with the shot.
Yeah, atomic spin. This is another shot from Southeast Asia right now. Can they chain it? Yes, they can with Celestial Smash. Hold on. Who gave this guy Tenku Otoshi?
I mean, fair play. And this is obviously the back attack.
Yeah, so 2 shots against 1 block and a catch. The one that's went in last time was 3 shots, so I feel like this time Cinquedea will be able to stop it. But don't let me say Cinquedea. You can say his name however you like. You know, tell us about him.
Cinquedanius. Oh, yeah! Let's go!
Cinquedanius has just let one in again! Indonesia reclaims the lead.
Let's go!
Don't let us say any kind of bias in chat, by the way. I wanted to stream this semi-final specifically to understand what made Japan so good. Because if they've never lost in like this tournament or the previous one, how is there one team that's so much better at strikers than everyone else that they're untouchable? That's what I don't really understand. I don't know what the difference is that makes Japan so much higher level. So I mainly just wanted to stream this match to learn and see how Japan got that kind of skill. But at the moment, we're not really seeing it. We're seeing them lose. And if we happen to be streaming their first ever defeat, then bring it on. I'm happy with absolutely either outcome, but I'm here for the scenes.
Look at this dashing. I find the dashing in strikers so funny to watch. Like, it does not look in the slightest like humane.
Yeah, they run off the pitch again. But...
that is half time then. Fantastic. We are potentially witnessing history, y'all.
Yeah, that was all. Oh, hang on. I have to close the stream. This is the bit I always forget. I wasn't looking. Essentially to stop stream sniping. You don't have to do anything, Tom, but I have to minimize my Discord window every time it's the halftime changeover, just so the other players can't see what
Yeah,
formation changes are being made.
I like not doing things. That's fair.
Yeah, so you can look at all the formation changes. You can't talk about them, but you can
Damn.
know them and remember them for when we actually cut back to the stream. I think we've actually
Decent
had
changes
no
going on.
game audio as well, by the way, and I don't think I've had it muted. I think we just haven't been provided any.
This formation screen's kind of insane, like.
It's very high def, and the frame rate may have been a bit poor on the gameplay feed, but I'm sure it's wonderful on the static formation side.
Oh no, I'm having a blast here. This is fantastic. This is high quality gameplay, like frame rates.
Well, you give me a buzz when it's back to actual gameplay, and I will check up on the chat for a little bit, because it's been pretty active. We're up to 36 viewers. We've got Small Toaster in there now. Trobel still chatting along. Haku, one of our German team representatives, has joined in. He was letting us know about the shot powers of how he was able to beat Chinquadaquil. And he also admittedly says that during his own match against Baamsushi, it was just as laggy as it is right now. So there's a mild accusation being thrown out of who the culprit of the lag is.
I don't know. I don't think we can pinpoint anything.
Yeah, we don't have any particular evidence, and indeed, if Baamsushi were to beat Japan, then that's all skill.
Yeah. Okay. By the way, we're back. We're back in the game.
Excellent.
We're
and
back.
Immediately we get more.
I did see one formation. I managed to pay attention to one formation change, and that was Japan swapped goalkeeper, I think.
Yeah, they pretty much always have to do either a goalkeeper swap at halftime or a goalkeeper heal, which sounds absurd for us regular Inazuma players. They're like, what? They use healing items? That's not allowed. But yeah, apparently in this it is. And people do use healing items on their goalkeeper or any other key player that they want to keep around and just bring them back up to full. But in this case, yeah, the goalkeeper swapped. So was it Chinquadea being taken off?
Yeah, JP getting brought on, it looked like.
Because Chinquadea was not holding his weight whatsoever, so absolutely fair enough switch. Is JP going to be better? Well, that would certainly validate the two JP fans in chat if that happens.
What's up, Justin? I'm assuming so because JP will have his Mixie Max, won't he? I'm assuming.
Yeah, that's right, and he can armorify as well. So
yeah.
Dare we say it might be a little bit better than the Crown Fire at full charge, but it's jumping whack, just with all of his power-ups in one place. We've got Mixie Max form, Arian with Tezcan.
That Simeon is terrifying. That Simeon face.
Mm-hmm.
Oh
yeah,
my god.
He's just hanging about there. I've seen him on a few teams now. He's another one of those who's got a good long shot as well as a dribbling move. But just seeing him in the regular Ryman kit, it kind of just serves to tell you, look how far off track Inazuma got. You had all these regular kids in the Inazuma Ryman kit in the first game, and then by the time you get to the fifth one, there's time travel, there's spirit summoning, and there's dudes who just turn into big buff monkeys for some reason.
Yeah.
And he's here in the same universe as everyone else.
I had to explain Inazuma 11 to someone the other day, and it is a much harder task than you'd expect.
You kind of have to just stick to the first two-ish.
Yeah, but even then, you're saying,
about the others if you get there.
These kids pretended to be aliens, but weren't really. But their adopted dad made them pretend to be aliens using meteorites.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
I think what we're actually saying is describe Inazuma 1 and 3, and then the others are optional. Should note, by the way, that the players have obviously switched sides at halftime, so this goal coming out from Sanctus threatens to put Southeast Asia 3-1 in the lead if it were to go in. They're now trying to score on the left.
Here's a cheeky little hunter's net.
Yeah, I think it's pretty unlikely, but it's good to know it's another shot coming out from the Indonesian player. Japan have just yet to properly assert themselves in this, but never rule it out, because their one response goal that they did have in the first half was out of absolutely nowhere.
JP saves it, as you would expect from, I mean, obviously the man, the myth, the legend.
I swear you made some YouTube short just the other day about your least favourite Inazuma 11 characters, and I could have sworn that guy was on.
I deny these accusations.
What's your thoughts on Grotley Bogwash, Tom?
Oh, absolute. What's the extent of language I'm allowed to use?
Go for it.
Whatever the worst word I'm allowed to say on the Tale of the Toaster channel, that's what I think of Grotley Bogwash.
Well, I think he's all right. I think he's misunderstood. If I were to be added to an Inazuma team, I would probably play something like Grotley Bogwash myself.
Ew.
I see a lot of myself in Grotley.
Ew. That's disgusting. That's absolutely disgusting.
And then Basil
you
Hardy.
You see yourself
was
in
there.
Grotley Bogwash.
Well, yeah, it's like you put me on the football pitch. What am I going to do? Like,
well, probably not be a Tory.
Well, yeah, I don't have to do that part, but I definitely wouldn't go in goal, but I could be the useless defender that everyone just gets past for free. But meanwhile, this is a twin shot coming out from Japan. No, that's Breakthrough 3, so they're just dribbling past for now. Remember Breakthrough 3? That's like the first time I've seen it in years.
Yeah. Isn't that the one where all the balls? It's like the many balls.
Yeah, it's the least brutal of the 3 breakthroughs, which is weird.
Well, didn't Go have their version of Breakthrough?
Yeah,
what was it like?
Pyroclastic and pyrokinetic, but then there's also Grand Slam. Like there's 3.
I think Grand Slam's what I was thinking of.
I only know this because, again, shout out to Logan7Titan in chat for making the Sporkle quiz of all Hisatsu's in the Go games. I've recorded that Sporkle quiz. It's not released yet, but it could in theory be released pretty soon on a day where I'm not doing one of these streams. My main focus is getting those 30 shorts ready for August, because if I don't finish them before August, then I can't do a month of shorts. It'll just be some other random 30-day period of uninterrupted.
Japan get a goal! They were building up to it. There was a nice little diagonal ball. I think it was from Arian to Bobsled there. Bobsled whips and weaves past the goalkeeper. Gorgeous stuff.
But it's very different play styles coming out right now. Though. Yeah. Southeast Asia, they like their long shots and their shot change. They're even getting another one going here with Hurley's Asteroid. They're the ones getting the quote-unquote normal goals. While Japan is more the team that's willing to exploit the mechanics of the game and go for the no-mash goals. So you could say that the long shots are slightly more honourable.
It looks like Japan are just kind of... Maybe. Yeah, there's another goal for Southeast Asia.
Yeah, JP just wasn't charging up his save at all there. Haku, in chat, maybe you could tell me why JP wasn't able to do anything other than a regular catch?
It's because there was no shot blocks in the way. So I'm assuming they just kind of figured that JP wouldn't be able to save it anyway. That's my guess at least, so there's no point wasting TP.
Yeah, that makes sense. We'll get some verification from Haku in chat as well. And then if you're correct, down to the mark, then that establishes you as the expert of these commentators. You know, I'm the colour caster, as they say, and you're the analyst.
Yeah, count me. I'm the analyst. I like that role.
Yeah, Haku saying he just knew it would go in regardless. So it was only Asteroid though from Hurley Kane. Like that shouldn't be that strong.
No,
I guess it's got a type advantage.
Doug MacArthur chained it with Panther Blizzard.
Oh well, there you go then. So Southeast Asia, they keep getting brought back to a draw at the last minute, and then they just immediately reclaim it. And
this could be lethal though. Arian is here. Looks like he's going to try and Mixie Max.
Yep, and out it comes. Sword of the King is something we see quite frequently in these Strikers matches, but Japan really needs to make use of it. What happened to the possession there?
It looks like the two moves were happening at the same time, knocked Arian aside, but he got right back up on his feet and has so absolutely sliced through Nathan there. This could be a goal potentially.
He's having to go for a Sword of the King again. Just the strategy here is clear out all of the defenders so that you can have a one-on-one with a goalkeeper with no one getting in the way, and
Makes
then you
sense.
just attempt to dribble past. He's got Ultimate 11 Assault, but Ultimate 11 Assault would get blocked. It's just the way Strikers
That's
goes.
mad.
So we're having 3 Sword of the Kings in a row right now. He's trying to take down absolutely all of the Southeast Asian players to pass back to
And there
Bobsled.
is the goal.
And in it goes.
Cheeky little square to Bobsled. And then Bobsled can dribble right past. And that
now-
is, it's almost the end. I'm assuming there are 2 legs for each match.
Yep, so when one stoppage time ends, the final whistle will be blown. Southeast Asia are absolutely going to try and get one more long shot going before the match comes to an end. If they can score with it, then they win, but otherwise this will end in a draw, which doesn't feel quite right, to be honest. I would say Southeast Asia have been playing better on the whole. So let's see if they can be rewarded for it. Let's have a do-re-mi. Will Japan lose a match for the first time in the whole tournament?
Oh,
or will
they
it
might,
be a
to be
draw?
fair, because here's Doug MacArthur with the Panther Blizzard. There's a chance. There is, or whatever it's called, Snowstorm, Leopard. I have no idea.
Yeah, well-
There's a chance. It's gonna be it. It's gonna be it.
No way! Don't put your lag accusations in the bag. This is Southeast Asia winning the match.
No.
Baamsushi has taken on one of the best Inazuma 11 Strikers players in the world in Infi from Japan and beaten him. Unless we have something even more dramatic. Monkey Man Sibian is coming in for a final bit of defending. Can't stop the tornado tunnel. Stoppage time lasts quite a long time in Strikers.
Yeah.
But
Well, the game might disconnect before we get there.
yeah. And if that were to happen, then who do you give it
here
to?
we
No,
go.
thankfully they're playing
Yeah,
on. We
all
don't
right.
have to worry about that. That's it! The first defeat for Japan in the entire tournament has unfolded
Fantastic.
right before our eyes on stream. Baamsushi from Indonesia has put Southeast Asia in the lead against the tournament favourites. That's nuts.
Insane.
And we've still
What
got
a
another
match.
4 matches to go
What?
to see it.
Wait,
Yeah,
4?
it's a best of 5, but the one in the middle might not
Wait,
happen because
Wait,
Zuki's
what?
not here. Yeah, it's a best of 3 in the pools, and now it's a best of 5. Usually we'd be well into the second match at this point, but because of all the disconnects, Tom was asking me how long does the stream usually take, and I told him about 2 hours. He was like, "Okay, sick." It would have been 2 hours if the match started when it was supposed to, but I think this one will even out anyway because I think match 3 can't actually happen, and that one would in theory just be a walkover win for Japan because they can't field the same player 3 times, and if Zuky isn't here, then Zuky isn't here. So for now,
Okay.
the second match is going to be between Miya from Japan and Minh from Vietnam on the Southeast Asia team. So let me just check if there's another feed. I imagine Infi will have to stop streaming in a moment, and then we'll pass it over to one of the extra players.
Okay.
But yeah, Haku pointing out, apparently Bam's PC is not the greatest, so can be a potential cause of lag, and does actually live in Indonesia. Because I imagine when you look at, for example, the Maghreb team, where you've got players from Tunisia and Morocco and Algeria, they're probably like Tunisian and Algerian descent while still living in France, right? They're not necessarily living in those countries. But Baamsushi is a case where it's an Indonesian in Indonesia. And sometimes you've just got to drag the Wi-Fi across the entire planet. Japan is, in theory, one of the nearer players for him to connect to. But, hey, he's still got 4 banger long shot goals in that. Whereas Japan could only get them by sneaking around the goalkeeper and no mashing it in. I really like to see some long shot goals. And he put it to the test and won. And he will also be in what could be the deciding match against Paralai in Game 5, if we get to that point. But for now, Miya and Minh will be two brand new players.
Okay.
When we find them.
Let's go. Come on.
So who else was in that top 5 least favourite Inazuma characters for you to justify in more detail? Basil Hardy? What's the full thoughts on Basil Hardy?
I just think he's really obnoxious.
He is, in Aries.
Yeah, and obviously, I mean, I haven't seen Orion.
Oh, right, yeah, I totally forgot that part.
Yeah, so I'm just not. I'm going off Aries here. I just don't really like him. Like he's one of those characters where it's not like I think he's wasted potential or I think he's disappointed. Like what I mean, it's nothing writing wise, and it's more just a case of if I met him in person, I'd want to like knock him out.
Yeah. No, that's completely fair. If Basil Hardy was only in Aries and not Orion, he would probably be in my bottom 5 as well. I really didn't like him in Aries. Like, he's in my top 100 favorite characters video at number 50 as a way of evening out how much I hate his Aries form and how much I love his Orion one. But I kind of forgot you haven't even watched Orion. So one day you might just, and maybe your viewpoint on Basil Hardy will shift, or maybe you'll just dislike him even more. Because that's the thing, like, whenever I talk to the few people on Twitter who've actually watched Orion, most people like his Orion form even less, from what I've found, but they also don't hate the Aries form to begin with. So
see, this is the thing, is I do mean to watch Orion eventually. I just don't. I feel at this point, because of like like when you like something's you like follow something online, so you see so many posts about it and you read so much about it, you basically know everything that happens.
Yep. No,
so I've
exactly,
essentially I've secondhand seen Orion, so I can't really be bothered to sit and watch 45 episodes of the anime.
Yeah, I had a friend who was like really, really reluctant to play Undertale, even though she knew that she'd enjoy it, just because she'd essentially second-hand experienced it through the internet already. And she did eventually play it and enjoyed it, but also was like, well, yeah, I knew most of the stuff that was going to happen.
No, exactly.
I think Orion's worth it in your case just because you are a YouTuber about the subject and it will definitely give you things to talk about. But
it's so much funnier if I just keep saying I haven't seen Orion.
No, yeah, like you gotta milk it a little bit longer, like
exactly. But no, I do plan to watch it eventually. In time for Victory Road, I'm sure.
Because I was the same with Aries, really. Like I used to get all the YouTube comments asking, "Tail, have you watched Aries yet?" And I'm like, "Nope, I'm waiting for the game."
Well,
I'll experience that story in the game. And
I think the difference is though in your case you didn't really know anything about Aries.
Yeah, no, I did an excellent job of dodging spoilers on that, which would never be possible now. Like, because I was an Inazuma tuber the whole time, but like even when Aries was coming out.
Oh, by the way, it seems like there's a match going on if you check the stream room infos.
Let's have a look.
And then like you look at the.
Oh, yeah, sometimes the Japanese players have to stream their feed through not Discord. Thank you for spotting that. This is twitcasting.tv, and we're already in the match. Well, it's a good job you said, or I would have just carried on bantering
No, exactly.
in the call for ages. Like,
oh, here we go. Bobsled out on a mad one. Tackled at the last second. Is that Darren LeChanson goal?
yeah, he's not bad, surprisingly, because he's one of the best wood element players, so he's able to like catch some of the meta air strikers, which includes Thundertaker as a move.
Yeah, and we saw Doug MacArthur, who I'm assuming is air.
Yeah, that's right.
But here is Sol with the Mixie Max. Gamma's off on a little mad one.
I'm glad
I love the dashing. I just adore, like, I love the fact there's not really any animation with the dashing aside from like the orange bluey-ish. I just find it really funny. But here we go. Here's a long shot firing off.
Is it Phantasmagoria you're looking at?
Yeah.
Right. So that means I'm not behind on stream anymore, but mine keeps cutting out quite a bit.
Mm.
I had no problem getting the Discord feed across, but this Twit casting.
See,
Kind of
mine's
killing me off a bit.
perfect. Like it's running smoothly.
You're not running a stream, unfortunately. I'm going to put that on medium
True.
for a little bit, and we can risk turning that up a bit more later. For now, once I put it in medium, it seems to be pretty constant. And I say that, and it had a brief flash, but good enough. We're back. All
Well,
right.
here is Tezcat, and there's Bobsled, and there is a goal. It looks like for Japan. Bobsled. It was a gorgeous, gorgeous little square from I think Tezcat to Bobsled. Bobsled smacks it in the back of the net with a bunch of ferocity there.
Really appreciate these players both having their actual names in their in-game tags.
No,
it
literally.
is in fact Miya versus Minh, with Japan scoring to the left with Bobsled and going for another one already, using the rat-a-tat pass from the Spirit to get past Nathan Swift, and now it's going to be another 1v1. Uh-oh.
Yeah, it's looking, and there is the goal again. Japan take a 2-0 lead, 11 minutes in.
Oh, I'm glad you could let me know, because my stream died again. I didn't even see the goal. And it's a shame that the viewers on my side aren't just watching your stream. What more can I do to make this run more constantly? Let's...
Wait, if I just out of curiosity, this might break everything. Tell me if it does. Wait, is there a way where I can share my screen to you or share my screen?
Yeah, you'd be broadcasting it to the whole room, but it would still allow me to see it. For now, I can see a Thunder Taker happening, and it stopped.
So what about that?
Let's see, I'm going to watch TXMs. I'm going to close the browser one for now. And yeah, that's going great so far.
Sick. Awesome.
Well, I'm glad your internet's so much better than mine, apparently.
Hey, look, that student Wi-Fi is insane.
They know just how badly the students need their internet to complete the mission. Yeah, no, that's up and running great. So it's like the quality's just kind of all right, but it'll do. So you've now got two co-commentators and gameplay feed chat. It only took the first 17 minutes of the match, and Bobsled was nearly going for another one there.
Come on, Southeast Asia, you can get back into the game, absolutely. Here is Arian whipping out the fighting spirit there.
Yeah, and this is
Fighting spirits
where...
are only temporary in Strikers, aren't they?
Yeah, you use them to do the move, and then they just go away.
Yeah.
So it's just like a bit of extra flair to the attack, and
And
not
there
much
is
flair
another
behind
goal.
that, but you don't need it. Arian
I looked away for a second.
He just weaves around, and that is 3-0 from, once again, one of the best Strikers players in the world. And this is more the display that I was kind of readying myself to tune in for, to understand what makes Japan so good at Strikers. And I expected it to be no-mash type goals, but here's a shot anyway from Southeast Asia. Going into Odin's sword here out of
Yeah, it looked like there's a chain
Phantasmagoria.
here. But Saw stands strong with the deep jungle. Tarzan, what's it called in dub?
Jungle Jam.
Jungle Jam. I thought it was like Tarzan something. My knowledge is fading.
Tarzan kicks the one from Inazuma 1.
Yeah,
That is a real move, but...
The Gorilla Man.
Jungle Jam into Armorified Jumping Whack is enough to stop that long shot, so Japan's going to keep a 3-0 lead at the 20-minute mark, and it's been all Bobsled so far. He's got the ball again.
He's just on a mad one today.
It's like, clearly this is what I've been missing out on when I've been playing all the previous Inazuma 11 Go games. I should have had Bobsled on my team the whole time. He'll still canonically have a Yorkshire accent, just like all the other Alpine players. I should like him. Remember Grizzly Bear?
Oh yeah, wasn't he like plot important?
Yeah, for like half the match, and then he's just never even been addressed since that point. Because even
Yeah.
like Njord Snow came back for the LBX movie, and he was on Resistance National, and then Bobsled himself was
Mm,
on Resistance National,
yeah.
and Sean Frost was obviously the coach who's made passing appearances since then. But Grizzly Bear, he was on Alpine for half of it, and then he wasn't.
Well, isn't Alpine's captain Wolf White, like the
Yeah,
goalkeeper?
that's also one. So he's still got like voice lines that you can use in Go Galaxy and stuff. If you set him as your captain, um, you can have the wolf voice. But
Yeah.
but Grizzly Bear is just someone who vanished from existence. He's not even on the formation when you play against them in competition leagues
Yeah,
because
he's
he's
on
a
the bench, isn't
reserve.
he?
Like they
Mad.
have to think to bring him on, and is he like the most forgotten plot relevant player in the Go trilogy at this point?
Yeah. I can't think of anyone who would be more relevant.
Because all he does is make the match worse as well. Like,
Also, here is Xanark 1v1, and
it's
there
too
is the
easy.
fourth goal.
Oh my word, one single dash upwards. I guess that was just a 50-50 guess, but Darren, like, letting him just brush past him in the Tesco was like they were shoulder to shoulder there. Usually you've got
Literally.
to, like, proper weave your way around, but that was just threading the needle. Zanuck straight past.
But here is Gamma with a potential reply. Starting off with the atomic spin. And here
Into.
is a chain shot. Looks like bringing out the maximum fire. So potentially, this could maybe. It looks
Okay.
like
Level
Japan
1.
are realizing this is going in, and Southeast Asia are going to get their first reply. And there we go. It is now 4-1. Maybe, just maybe, there is a chance of a comeback.
That is encouraging because at the end of the day, goal difference matters if we're in a tie-break scenario. Like, the set will be decided
Exactly.
by who has the most wins, but if they have like 2 wins each and a draw, it will come down to goal difference at that point. And Southeast Asia won game 1 by a 1-goal lead, whereas this one is looking like Japan winning by at least a 3-goal lead at the moment. So anything Vietnam can do to minimize the damage.
It looks like Sol Daystar is going to be taking the ball right off of Gamma, thwarting Japan's latest attack. Oh wait, no, am I getting this the wrong way around? It looks like Japan is Sol Daystar is Japan's player. So Sol Daystar is on the attack. Sorry.
I can't blame you because they will both have a Sol Daystar on the
Yeah.
team. Like, that is just how Strikers works. Sol Daystar is the best player in the game, and everyone will have one. Quite simply, is he actually going for he's going for a close range Thunder Taker? Can this beat out the goalkeeper 1-1? Or is there a shader? No, Darren is going to charge up his Fiend Hand. He can't, like, Armor Fire or anything like that. It's just going to be Thunder Taker against... Oh no, apparently they've given him margin.
Yeah, so this could actually
Titanius.
look. But Darren stands strong.
He
Call
does.
my man Manuel Neuer. He is insane on his day.
Oh, and they've done my job for me of obscuring the formation layout for halftime. So great, you don't need to do anything there, Tom, which is nice.
Love that. Absolutely love that.
That's a team who properly does not want to get stream sniped. They've done everything in their power to prevent
I wonder
it.
what the tweet says.
I can tell that the top just says Inazuma 11, but modified slightly to have their name put into it. Like, I've done enough orders on Bai to know what the kanji for Inazuma 11 looks like, and that's basically it. But the rest, who knows? Part of it says Leica
Yeah. I wonder if anyone speaks Japanese in the chat. Can they let us know?
think we might be pushing just a little bit there.
You
27
never know.
viewers. Does one of them speak Japanese? I would hazard a guess. Probably not. But if you do, fair play. If we had Bjorn in the chat like we did last time, he can probably speak every language in the universe. So,
Hey, look, I mean, the Tale of the Toaster fandom are, a pretty insane lot.
we did manage to translate Inazuma 11 Go Galaxy from Japanese to English after all. That was definitely...
Exactly.
Oh, hello, we've got the formations visible now. Well, if the streamer's willing to show it, then so am I. Minh has already locked in the formation. Miya is now joining. And let's get it. Well, Haku says that the Twitter name translates to Inasuto Eapu, however we put that. But
Yes.
Inasuto is short for Inner Strikers. Right, that makes sense. But here we are, second half. Miya is playing with the Chrono Storm logo and in the blue kit, while Southeast Asia are going to have to be on the defensive immediately because Japan have just armor-fired Mixie-maxed Gabby for dribbling purposes. This is the first time I've seen Faye in any of these matches, I'm pretty sure.
I'm not sure why.
Actually, no, he
Faye's
was
here.
doing Phantasmagoria earlier, wasn't he? Never mind.
Yeah, no, but that's what I mean, is I'm not sure, because it's only a level 2 shot, so I'm not sure why Faye would be here. If someone could illuminate me on that.
Yeah, we got another £2 from Ray Ray, stating his belief in Southeast Asia. Come on, Southeast Asia, I believe in you. Thank you
Let's
for that.
go.
We're up to £14 now. We're truly on another planet. This is a professional commentary gig. But Simeon looks to shut it down right now. He's absolutely barricading the spaces.
Arian pulling out the Tezcat Mixie Max.
Which should, in theory, mean he can't use Sword of the King. Like, I don't know what the move benefit is of Mixie Maxing with Tezcat. I know that there's always an Arian on both teams pretty much at all points. They'll Mixie Max with King Arthur first, and then when they can't use him anymore, at that point they'll use Tezcat just to say, you can still do Pegasus Bolt as a dribble, so he probably loses the access to Sword of the King, but by doing Pegasus Bolt, that's still... It's better than having no Arian at all. Meanwhile, here's Goldie on Goldie action for all you fiends in the chat. Obliteration has won it for Japan's Goldie.
Japan are on the move. They're going to get a massive, massive dribble off here, which could be huge. It looks like they've got a bunch of space ahead of them. And they're going to get... Oh, yes, they are going to get past adult David Samford. This could be a goal, like. There is a ton of space now available to them.
Yeah, David Samford, he's kind of reliably
And there we
used.
go.
Indeed, that is 5-1. David Samford, he may be a midfielder in name, but not in nature, both in the mainline games and in Strikers. He's just there as an extra Jungle Jam user. And he has Emperor Penguin 7 as a long shot, which helps. It's not particularly strong, but it can at least start something up. But above all there, he was trying to come in for a Jungle Jam, but it wasn't good enough to beat out Arian. And Simeon has ran off the pitch. Unlucky.
Yeah, it looks like Japan might be able to get another attack started here. A gorgeous ball over to Bobsled from Faye. Faye annihilates the defender. Sorry, no. Bobsled annihilates the defender. Saw, though, is going to get the ball taken right off him. And that is the end of that attack.
Obliteration. Yeah, David Samford, a forward in name, but definitely not in nature. Haku's saying, Mixie Maxing with Tezcat grants you an armed spirit defense, and you can't do Pegasus Bolt, but it's a different variation to ensure a safer defense. So you use King Arthur Arian to get the goals with his better dribbling, and then you swap him into the Tezcat Mixie Max to be more defensive. And oh god, another goal from Bobsled.
It's another Japan goal.
This is really the signs now of what makes them so incredible. But I'm kind of glad that Strikers gives the Arian and Tezcat Mixie Max some time in the sun to actually be useful, because within the anime and the games itself, you see that thing for all of about 5 minutes.
Oh yeah, no, I thought that like when the first time I played Chrono Stones, I remember thinking that would be such a bigger deal.
Yeah, it's like you can't even. I feel like when you mixy max with Tezcat in Chrono Stones, you don't even control Arian for the time that it's active. He has a few
Mm,
cutscenes, doesn't even do a move, and then it
no.
wears off. You just you
Do,
see it, but you don't use it, and then you have the option in the post game, but it doesn't come with any like particularly unique move between them.
I remember the first time I played Chrono Stones, I remember being so disappointed by the fact that like they would double up some of the eras. It's like you know how there's
Mm.
like Okita and Sakamoto in the same era.
Yeah, exactly.
I remember being so disappointed by that because I just wanted to go to like 11 different unique eras.
Yeah, we were asking a bit much there, but got if Hino wants to make a Chrono Stones director's cut where half the mixy maxes are the same and half of them are in new time periods, then bring
There's
it
even
on.
like Hurricane Zeta. I want to go and fight a hurricane. That sounds badass as hell.
Yeah, even if we just control Zanuck and walk him up to the hurricane and press A, then
It's still something.
it definitely would be. But
Because then you know you could have someone in that hurricane in the post game doing a competition route.
I've been learning a lot more about Soji Okita and the Shinsengumi in general lately. I don't know how much.
Oh,
Oh,
there is another goal.
yeah, 7-1. I can't even pretend to be surprised at this point. You might have seen it on Twitter, but I recently got a 3DS game early this week from CEX. I basically just saw a 3DS game that had the word Shinsengumi on the side, and I thought, great, Soji Okita's probably in that. I just got paid yesterday, so I'll just buy that for a laugh. Shellburst
Nice.
coming out for a long shot from Southeast Asia, straight into a jungle jam, of course. Um, so I knew nothing about the game. I just bought it because it said Shinsengumi on it, and it was probably going to have Soji Okita in it. So I started playing it the day after, once I'd come back from the Smash Brothers tournament a bit drunk, and I was like, well, I'm not going to sleep yet, so I guess I'll play that Shinsengumi game. And sure enough, Soji Okita was in it. JP's going for a regular catch here.
Is this
It's
going to
still
be a
combustion
goal?
catch. Um,
It's not.
no.
JP's got it.
Combustion catch is enough. That is crazy in the final 6 minutes. So I started playing the Shinsengumi game just to see what Soji Okita looked like in it, and yeah, it basically turned out to be a dating sim. And you play the role of like a woman who's looking for her father in Kyoto. He's like a doctor and stuff, and you kind of go in disguised as a boy, and then you get sort of the Shinsengumi save your life, but they have to kill someone in the process, so they just kind of capture you to keep their secret.
Oh,
Big header into
that
the
was
back from Miya.
gorgeous.
Yeah, that was extra precise.
That was
Um,
fantastic.
but yeah, the more I played the game, the more I realised, oh wait, I'm the only girl in the whole game, and everyone around me is just members of the Japanese Shinsengumi, but redesigned to look hot. It's like, you know what? I can see where this is going now. I ended up playing it again last night just because I knew that I was on the brink of like an Okita specific event. So I'm like, go on, just see if I can learn anything from this. JP's gonna armorify the jumping jack to try and stop Mortal Smash from Simeon. That seems like it would be a guaranteed goal in any other Inazuma game, but not quite here.
Nope,
Yeah.
JP's got it. But no, I get that. I've started like collecting games, like really like trying to go hardcore on it. And some of the stuff I've like I'll just go to CEX and just basically buy whatever I can see. Gorgeous ball over the top.
Hey, you should be
Shane
getting
Gabby is
the
there.
£2 teddy together from your local CEX because I didn't think to buy it for you, but it might still be there. That's my
Well,
recommendation.
it's like some of the stuff you find that are like just for like consoles is just mad. Like they made a Super Mario Maker for the 3DS. It
Yeah.
just blew my mind that I saw when I saw that. And I was just like, "What? Like,
And do
what
you
is
know what
this?
makes it worse as well? It's
Can't
Super
you like
Mario
not
Maker.
upload levels?"
Yeah, it's Super Mario Maker, but entirely offline, which
Yeah.
is like, oh god, 9-1
My
from Miya.
God.
Heaven's sake. Japan dominance. You can't let it go to a tie at this point. Southeast Asia just have to win the rest of their matches basically to keep themselves alive. That is it. Finished. Japan wins 9-1 over Minh from Vietnam. Southeast Asia. I guess you can stop sharing your screen for now. And then if you need it to come back. The next match in the schedule is AS79 versus Zuky from Vietnam. But Zuky is the one that we believe is not here today. So if that's getting skipped, that means we move on to Minh versus AS79. So it wouldn't be streamed by Miya either way. But I'll open up Kenway, seeing as that's there.
Cool.
No, that's nothing yet.
Oh, Kenway seems to be streaming. Not sure what.
Yeah. We'll keep an eye out. So it's going to be AS79 versus someone from Southeast Asia either way. Whether or not Game 3 gets skipped, I don't have proper confirmation yet, but I'll keep an eye on the chats and find out. Zuky is on holiday, which means it's a win for Japan. Thank you, Haku. So the score is 2-1 in Japan's favour. That is just a walkover. What would the score be? If it's a walkover, is that like an automatic 4-0 win, I would guess? I'll try and read the other chats and see if we can get some more information on the ruling of that. But Japan are now officially in the lead. But Southeast Asia caused Japan's first game loss of the entire tournament. So it would be really cool to see if we can get another. Haku also gives me some extra trivia that AS79, the Japan player that we're about to be introduced to, basically was the first one to popularise the no-mash strategy.
Nice.
I don't know if he invented it, but he was the one who first made YouTube videos about it. So we have like the inventor of the meta here, in a way, rolling out to show what more Japan can do. I can see a stream from Kenway now. I think there's also 2 of them. Yep, I've got a good stream up here. That one looks nice, chat. And for the first time, literally the first time all stream, we've got game audio. That's brilliant. Enjoy the music, chat. We've got some Inazuma 11 OST for you here today. But what were we on about before? Yeah, collecting games. I had a few people in chat asking what's the name of the game with Soji Okita, basically a dating sim. It's what they call an otome, just like a dating sim from the girl's perspective. Because I guess dating sim could imply either way, but yeah, an otome is like you are a Japanese girl looking for some Japanese guys, and one of them might be Soji Okita. It's the game hasn't rocked my socks off exactly, but if you want to play it, it's called Hakuoki 3D Memories of the Shinsengumi. I don't regret buying it, at the very least. It was pretty funny, but I don't think I'll
How much did you spend on it?
That's not important.
I think that is important.
The thing is, though, the box didn't say it was going to be a dating sim. Or even about romance at all. The box didn't say much, to be honest. I guess the box art was like 5 hot-looking guys staring at you, but like.
Wait, what's this game called? I'm looking at this box art. What's this game called?
Hakuoki 3D. So HAKUOKI 3D.
Okay, yeah, no, I get what you mean. There's like, it looks half like a dating sim, and then also half like it would be like it would be like, you know what I mean? It kind of looks like Hyrule, what I would expect. What's the series Hyrule Warriors is based on? Dynasty Warriors.
Dynasty Warriors, yeah, that one. Which I've got a load of friends who love Dynasty Warriors, so I was thinking it could be something like that. It could be Fire Emblem where there's a romance element alongside some regular gameplay. But
yeah,
no, the gameplay is reading dialogue and choosing some options. And I don't want to imply it's a bad game or anything, because apparently it reviewed really well. And if what you want from a game is to date some Japanese fellas who happen to be in the Shinsengumi, then it does that perfectly for you. But it's not necessarily what I was setting myself up for. But I also think to myself, they paid to localize this game, right? So it's very
Yeah.
clearly marketed.
According to CX, you paid 32 quid.
That's not important. Do not. But what I'm sat there thinking is like, this is a game marketed at women with a native interest in the Shinsengumi of Japan, right? Who in the UK meets that description? Why did they even bother to localize
obviously
it?
you.
Well, yeah, I guess. But hey, I got it second hand, so I didn't exactly support the developers in the process of this.
Yeah, we want to know, who did you date?
Well, I was trying my best to go down the Soji Okuta route as best I can. He's not like emerged as being ill or anything yet. But that will be his twist later on. Yeah, but I checked the romance meter, and apparently I'm slightly further ahead for some fella I've never even heard of. He's the shorter looking guy in the box art. Well, I haven't checked the box art, he's just the shorter looking guy in game, but I've played like 2 hours and 10 minutes, so I wouldn't have exactly reached the point of romancing any of them, you know, but...
Yeah.
Tom, you're the one with Soji Okuta in like your top 25 favourite Inazuma characters of all time, so just know the option is there.
I've already got the ordering page up.
Great. So if you want to play yourself some Soji Okuta dating sims, it's there. But for now, Minh from Vietnam is playing again on the left with the Eternal Light logo. He is against AS79 from Japan, and this is not game 3 of the set, but game 4. Game 3 was meant to be between AS79 and Zuky, but Zuky is not here, so it was just awarded as a walkover. I'm not sure to which score, but it was an automatic win for Japan, and now Southeast Asia absolutely have to win this match to stay in the tournament. There might be a third place playoff that they could potentially go into. I'm not confident on that one. It would certainly be interesting. Janus Greenway saying, anyone else want to date Isami Kondo, like the commander that Zanuck, who's on screen right now, takes over the mind of? I don't think Kondo is a dating option in the game because he's like visibly a lot older. But he still is in the game with a design and dialogue and stuff, so I've definitely been paying attention to his dialogue.
You've definitely played this whole game at this point. Or at least you're planning on it.
No, the thing I made it to the end of chapter 1, right? So
yeah.
Chapter 2 started.
Mail me it.
Maybe. But like
Look, if you're not planning on finishing it, someone's got to.
So I think it's a you game at the end of the day. I definitely bought it partly with you in mind. I wanted to at least tell you about it. But I went to go save the game at the end of chapter 1, bearing in mind I've been playing for like 2 hours and 10 minutes, maybe a little longer. And then I saw...
We've got a Thundertaker going here, by the way.
We do, that's pretty...
It's an Odin sword.
Odin sword.
Wait, this is Southeast Asia shooting, I think.
Yeah?
Am I right? Yeah?
Yeah, because the custom purple Japan kit is in use once again.
Nathan is on the defense.
Full charge Miximax JP, though. I feel like that's going to block it. That's a shot plus a chain against a Jungle Jam and a max power JP. So, yeah that is
JP's
a save from the goalkeeper. But essentially, if we'll call it 2.5 hours I've played the Shinsengumi game, that was the end of chapter 1. I went to go and check the save files because it was a second-hand one. Someone who had played up to chapter 7... And I'm like, oh. I thought maybe, seeing as I don't have to actually do anything to beat this game, it's just reading dialogue, maybe I should press on a bit further for a laugh. But if it's like got a chapter 7, then that's going to be like...
How long do you reckon it is?
14 hours in, and then does it go up to chapter 10? Does it end at chapter 7? I've got no idea, but it seems like...
It's a 10-hour game. Oh, apparently... Oh, wait, yeah, you've got memories. It's a 10-hour game.
Okay, not impossible, but it's like it got turned into an anime as well, which is like 24 episodes long, so that's probably an indication.
Classy.
But here's Tenko Otoshi coming out from that random guy again. Chat, help me out. Who is the random guy doing
Oh, there are only
Celestial
7
Smash?
chapters. There are only 7 chapters.
Okay, great. Chapter 7 is the end. I'll maybe consider finishing it. I could play it on stream after this match if you wanted, but I could just pop the cartridge into the console. I think this is going to be a long enough stream anyway, because even if Japan wins this, Game 5 still happens, just to know what the score would be. Even if Southeast Asia cannot at that point win anymore, they still get to do the last match anyway. And I would want to see that, to be honest, because it will be Baamsushi playing again, and that was the guy who got a win earlier. So I'd like to see if he can get another. But for now, this is plenty competitive anyway. Still 0-0.
Here is Arian on the move, sliding along at the speed. Oh! Looks like an Ultimate 11 Assault's going to be coming out in a second.
Oh, yes. The only time I've ever seen an Ultimate 11 Assault come out in this game, it got blocked.
Wait, did the Mixie Max cancel it?
Was it the opponent's Saw intercepting? We got Sword of the
It
King.
didn't look like Saw did anything. It kind of just looked like Saw Mixie Max and then it just got cancelled.
So what I know about the game is that you can time your Mixie Max transformation so that you've got other players in your surroundings, and if you time it right so that you transform in front of someone, they get like knocked down. So without even doing a move, the Mixie Max itself is like an attack.
Okay.
I did think Saw was quite far away, to be fair, but it just like stuns you a little bit, and I think summoning a spirit does the same thing if you do it at close range. Hence, pretty much all of the players on the pitch have a spirit or a Mixie Max. There's like no reason to use someone who doesn't.
Yeah. Well, here is Tezcat Arian. Annihilating Faerun.
Kazana driver for Tornado Tunnel. See my little Kai-size moment there. And that's okay to say because we talked about it in person. Zanuck is building up an I Am the Almighty here, I think. This is the Super Zanuck design. Can he get past Faye with a bungee ball burst? Yes, he can, but now he might have to charge up his shot again. It's pretty rare that you see Hurricane Zeta Zanuck in play. Oh, big goal from Japan there.
Nice.
Arian taking the credit. Yes, Super Zanuck did his job of just... Well, Zanuck Ultra in the dub. Just passing to Arian at the last second after bungee ball bursting past. Because everyone tends to use So-So on Zanuck because it's got a big defensive option. And defensive midfielding is more important than midfielding and shooting in this game. But Super Zanuck gets some occasional use. Either when So-So Zanuck has run out, or just out of players' personal preferences. Which one's this Zanuck going to Mixie Max with? Is it going to be So-So? No, he's just going to go for a Disaster Strike Raw.
Okay. Assume we're going to see something chain with this. Yeah. Here is Adult Axel.
Maximum Fire with the Adidas logo in play. Could potentially be 2-0 for Japan here. No shot blocks involved at all. And a type advantage over Fiend Hand, but not over Titanius. So this is a bit of a fake out, Darren LeChance, really. They set you up to use fire shots against his grass move, but he's actually got an earth type spirit, but it's not good enough.
And that's 2-0 to Japan.
Definitely a lot less of a wipeout than the previous game was, but AS79... It's good to see him scoring with the actual moves in the game, considering this was apparently the guy who popularized the no-mash tactic in the first place.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
Also, I think the pressure's kind of off a little bit for Japan at the moment, because they know that even with a draw, they've won this set. All he has to do is not lose. So he doesn't have to try, like, immensely hard. And that's not to say he's losing on purpose or throwing. They're definitely playing to their strengths. But he doesn't have to, like, constantly no-mash past the goalkeeper in order to win this. He can take his time. We've got £2 donated from Hopip Enjoyer and says, here's my bribe to stream the dating sim. Well, I've been paid money to... Tell you what, do I turn into one of those evil streamers who asks for money to get what they want? Do I say, donate 15 quid more and I'll stream the dating sim? Or do I just do it anyway to be a nice guy? I don't know how to be a manipulative streamer yet and ask for money. I don't need the money, I'll be fine. But we'll see how much of my voice is left at the end of the actual Strikers matches, and then maybe with a bit of persuasion, even if Tom ditches, I might plug in the dating sim for a bit. Because then at that point people might start joining the stream because it'll be out of working and school hours and stuff. Oh, big one in the back of the net, in the corner. Axel, charge that one up.
Nice shot. 3-0 to Japan right now.
Yeah, it's felt a lot more competitive than that. Japan are definitely winning by a bit of a landslide at this point, but it's felt competitive, and anything's better than what we saw in the previous game, that's for sure. Logan says 15 quid and I get your Inazuma 11 license collection. I'm not sure about that one, lad. I know I didn't technically pay 15 quid for them in the first place, but I would like to hang on to them. Yeah, it was 52 versus 48 on possession. I'll have to close the stream for a little bit. Tom, you keep an eye out and let me know when I can bring the footage back.
Will do.
But
I love the formation they've got going on.
We do have a bit of insight from Haku as well on the regular, or Super Zanark. So most people use the regular Zanark as they did here, but he decided on going with the pre-Miximax setup. Pre-Miximax So-So Zanark has pretty much the use rate of goalkeeper Sam Gook. I understand some of that. I don't understand it all, but I guess you can put someone on the pitch with their Miximax already enabled and they'll cost more. Or you can have him entered as regular Zanark to cost less. I was mainly focusing, to be honest, on So-So Zanark versus Zanark Ultra, but either way, both options are there. Zikria says, I'll give you £14 for the license collection. I'm Zikria AK. That's supposed to haggle me down by a quid. Not the most convincing, I would have said, but you know, I won't rule it out, I suppose. Actually, that's a point. You're going to see some new Inazuma 11 licenses when I release my next video with Bai, which I can reveal to you all is now edited and is pretty much ready for release on any random day where I'm not streaming the Strikers World Cup. I'm admittedly prioritising the Strikers? Oh dear. Strikers World Cup at the moment because it's like the semi-finals and the finals, but as soon as that's kind of out the way, the new Bai video will drop and you will get to see an unboxing and building, dare I say, of what I would call is the rarest bit of Inazuma 11 figure merchandise ever. So I hope you're looking forward to that. Weirdo Maxim edited it for me and it's all been approved by the sponsor and stuff, so that should be out really soon, and I'll be showing off something that I've been wanting for years and I've only just managed to find. But for now, we're still in the Strikers World Cup. Zanark is building up his spirits, his strengths, but no Miximax here exactly.
It looks like Japan are going to try and go a lot more defensive in this second half, from the looks of things. They've brought Saw. They're playing Saw up front, alongside David Sanford in a Superstar 5.
It's definitely an option. Goldie's got a Miximax as well.
Kind of love that.
So we're going to see a lot of dance on air as a result of this Miximax coming out. Obliteration will be there if she needs it, but Bailong's finally going to get some involvement. Miximax with Chuga Liang. And here's what I can tell you about the Bailong skin, Tom. Is that in the vanilla game, Strikers 2013, Seoul has a Miximax with Chuga Liang, and then Bailong just doesn't. They just gave it only to Seoul, and Bailong just has to suck nothing, and he doesn't get his Miximax. But this is a modded version of Strikers. This is Strikers 2013 Xtreme.
Yeah, I know Xtreme.
So I don't really know what the other mods are, but giving Chuga as an option to buy along is one of them.
Well, Xtreme just unlocks everything. So it's everything that like was meant to be in the game, but they cut or whatever. So I know, like, Xtreme as Clark Wonderbot as a character.
Right. So he's not there in the regular version of 2013 then?
I don't think so, no.
And so that makes me wonder if the model of Bylon we're looking at right now with Chuga is actually in the game's files, or if a modder had to make that from scratch. But
I'm pretty sure it's in the game's files. They just cut it. It just wasn't included in the final game for reasons. But I might be mistaken.
Fair enough. It would explain a lot of the choices of what the mod made. Instead of just arbitrarily giving random spirits to random people, at least there's like justification if they were already there. That is a goal. Exactly. Passed.
4-0 to Japan.
Straight past Titanius. Paolo Bianchi gets the credit for that with the final touch from Odin's sword. Air element move, I believe. So past Titanius it goes, but I think it's mainly just down to the strength of everything before it. This is looking a real sad for Southeast Asia at the moment, because they were keeping this so close. But Japan have just crept ahead. Haka in the chat offering to tell us more about Strikers Xtreme, and by all means, anything you can say in chat I will pass on out loud. That'd be great info to know. Nice save from Darren at least, stopping it from getting to 5-0 there. You still hanging on in there, Tom?
What's up? How are you all doing?
Great, just checking it wasn't on my end. Obliteration will be back. Can we get a consolation goal for Southeast Asia at least? Because this is coming down to the final 18 minutes, and this is probably it as far as their World Cup campaign goes. Getting top 4 is amazing. They had such a cool underdog run, and they could potentially still win a third place playoff if there is one. But Simeon is just up in the air, ready to do something else entirely.
That is fantastic.
He gets Tarzaned for his efforts, but Japan making it to the final is not unexpected in any way. And there's the fifth goal, the first no-match goal from them in a long time.
15 minutes left to play of the second half, and it does look like Japan is going to run away with this.
And it gives you a chance to think about the future as well. I would say they are favoured to be facing France in the final, but not guaranteed. I think France got second in the Go Galaxy World Cup last year as well, with Brazil getting third. Brazil got owned in this one. Brazil fell off results-wise in this World Cup, but France are heading for the final. But Maghreb are really, really good in their own right. They're essentially, in a sense, a B team France. I think a lot of them are physically based in France, but with ethnic origins in Northern Africa. So that could be a really even one, and that will be happening at 7 PM tomorrow. I will hopefully try and stream that one for you all, possibly with Tom, possibly with someone else, possibly with no one. We'll find out. But that's going to be a really close one. Is either of them good enough to beat Japan? Southeast Asia has made them bleed. We've seen they can drop a game.
Yeah.
But this is about gathering the data, and Southeast Asia will hopefully set their sights on the podium at the very least.
It looks like this is going to make it 6-0.
How did it come to this, Tom? The first half was so close. Well, it was 3-0, but it was close.
Even that felt like it was, you know, I mean, it felt like it kind of came out of nowhere, the 3-0.
And now, it's certainly not a 9-1, but 6-0 still goes on the record books as a wipeout. Like, I don't feel it tells the whole story, but the second half has admittedly not been close. Like, things have gotten worse. Soar's going to just go for a one-on-one with Darren in a moment. Gets fouled. Free kick for Goldie. What do you do with this? The answer is absolutely nothing. Just carry on playing as though it never happened.
You can see what Paolo was trying to do there. Again, getting caught in midair as well here. The other Paolo.
The flag will
Susanna.
find its mark. Any other big pickups for your game collection that's worth mentioning on stream?
I bought both Sonic Adventure 2 Battle and Sonic Heroes for the GameCube.
Nice.
Which are always fun.
I got my Sonic Adventure 1, Sonic Adventure DX for the GameCube from a charity shop, like years before I ever played it. So I got that for a cheeky £2. Also got Pokemon XD for £2 from a different charity shop, which is like the,
Wait, what?
the biggest...
You got Pokemon XD for £2?
Yeah, I've literally... I think I hold the world record for least amount of money paid for Pokemon XD without just being given it for free. That charity shop had no idea how much I just ripped them off. And the guy who gave it to the charity shop has done themselves in even worse.
How? Do you still have it?
Yeah? Can't steal it though, it's at me mum's.
How much do you want for it?
How much are you putting down, kid?
I mean, do you want to enter a business negotiation?
We could any offers in chat. I'm not really trying to sell my Pokemon XD, but if someone offers giga money,
hear me out. I'll double whatever you paid for it.
£4.
Exactly.
I think that one's a decline, unfortunately.
Hear me out. I'll quadruple it.
So you're offering to pay me £8 for Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness.
Look, it's close to what it's worth. I'll even throw in... Okay, I won't throw anything in, but I'll offer it. I'll throw in Professor Layton and the Curious Village.
The chat's now caught up, so we're starting to get some counter offers as well. Morbius is offering £3. Troble's offering £3. Ray says 10. That's pretty serious. He's got you beat with that one.
£11.
And Logan says, I'll give you another Jordan Inazuma license, which, you know, had I not been given the first one, that could have been pretty tempting. But the match on stream ends as 6-0 in favour of Japan. That means they have won the set 3-1. We're still going to have Game 5 just to make things uniform and fully complete, especially because it's another chance for Baamsushi to potentially go get a second win against Japan, which would be cool. But the match, as we know it, is over. Japan have done it and moved on to the final to face either France or Maghreb in the final. They will know their opponent as of tomorrow. But Southeast Asia get one more chance to show us what they're made of.
You've got to respect the victory.
Zikaria saying he got Pokemon Moon for a $5 off a friend once. That's a pretty good dub. I think there was another big win I got from that same charity shop once. I know that my ex managed to get Super Mario Sunshine for £2 from there, but that's definitely not mine, even if
Stop
it is
making
the same
me like
charity
hurt.
shop.
Stop making me experience pain. Thing is, Liverpool lacks anything like that. Like, the retro game scene in Liverpool is so dead.
Yeah, no, I was able to get Yoko Watch 3 from Liverpool CEX, which was a big find, but it definitely wasn't cheap. And yeah, I've not seen any retro game shops around there, which is a shame. And it's not like Howden is known for it either. Just there was no better way to get rid of your GameCube games, so Pokemon XD was to be mine that day.
Pokemon
and then
Platinum for £7. Y'all, stop making me hurt.
Oh my word. Purple Debo's in chat. That's a very good Dutch artist and Smash player, offering 11 cents for Pokemon XD, which you've got to at least go above Ray's offer of £11 to even to be considered. It's got to be a higher monetary value or a different kind of offer entirely. Ray now saying £20 if you also stream the Shinsengumi dating sim in addition to selling Pokemon XD. I can comfortably still decline all of your offers at the moment. I know what Pokemon XD is worth, and I love you all in my chat for watching my content for all of these years, but I ain't about to just throw away 150 quid for no reason, to be honest, lads. But we've got a stream up on the Discord. So this is our Game 5. We've got custom music selection coming out here. King Boo Studios says, I'll give you my car for it. What kind of car are we talking about? Is this a Hot Wheels? Everyone else in chat is just trying to get me to accept Ray Ray's offer so that I stream the Shinsengumi thing. Good hustle. Good. Janus says 500 euros. Well, that's like a fair offer is the problem. Now I have to worry about stream cashback and stuff. How can I be sure you'd give me 500 euros for the game? And also don't. You're at that point paying over the odds. Don't do that. Let's just enjoy the Strikers World Cup, shall we? Because we've got Southeast Asia looking to try and get a second win for Baamsushi right now. But any other steals that you got from a charity shop or a friend or other really good prices, I would love to know in chat.
Yeah, like, just there is genuinely no charity shops around me. It's so depressing. Otherwise, I would, like, hunt for these things. But I guess living in a city centre naturally means you're going to miss out on this kind of stuff.
Yeah. Paralai on the left for Japan. This is the first time we're getting to see them play in the whole thing. Oh, no, they were in Game 2 and got the 9-1. Oof. But on the right-hand side is Baamsushi. Looking to get a second win for Team Southeast Asia. They're both using very similar kits. But there's the Japan logo on the blue. So that makes things nice and easy. Thank you to 2013 mods for making this a reality. If you see blue, it's Japan taking a shot. If you see white taking a shot, it is our Indonesian representative.
Cool.
And they've got a Bylong in play for us to see.
Oh, gross.
You didn't put him in your bottom 5. You didn't truly believe it. Oh, that's a goal!
Bloody hell.
Is it going to happen again? Is Baamsushi, in fact, the singular best Inazuma 11 Strikers player in the world? And he's kind of carried his whole team up to this point, and now the colleagues can't beat Japan, but Baamsushi individually might just be the best? Question mark? But yeah, Logan's saying for Leeds the same thing that you're saying for Liverpool, Tom. If you want to get rid of GameCube games, you've got a CEX where you can just get money for it. Whereas if you're in a tiny little town like where my mum's from, you either give the games to the charity shop or you're just stuck with them. Or you sell them on eBay, but that wasn't quite as popularly done back in my days of picking up these games. Like when I bought Pokemon XD from the charity shop, it was still like 2012. CEX existed in about 3 locations at that point, to be fair. Here comes a long shot, though. Japan looking to sneak it past Zanuk's favourite goalkeeper to equalise. This could be a carbon copy of Game 1 here. But it's not, because this time Southeast Asia makes the save, and they will keep
Good
their
save.
lead. Offside there,
was that
possibly?
a foul or an offside, or?
Zikria saying, I'll give £20 to my dad if Tom or Tail streams Hot Wheels World Race on one of their channels. Never heard of it, to be honest, lad. Can't stream a game I haven't got. I'm still the perfectly legal cartridge-only YouTuber that you've always known. Don't worry about where this Discord feed's coming from.
From a very legitimate Nintendo Switch.
I'm just streaming some other stream on Twitch, to be honest. Whatever they're playing on is none of my business. I wouldn't like to ask, you know. I think that's quite an intrusive question.
Got both versions of Fire Emblem Fates for $10. Oh my god.
That is a hell of a win. What the heck?
This is really making me hurt.
The merged version of Fire Emblem Fates is one of the few like Nintendo published 3DS games that I don't have. The one that's just called Fire Emblem Fates and includes all 3 versions. It was sold as a special edition I have individually Birthright and Conquest, but I don't think I'm ever going to own the whatever the merged one's called.
Wait, you own Birthright?
Yeah, I got it as a birthday present once, which was wild.
Mister, you are never going to play a Fire Emblem game in your life.
No, I did try to play Birthright, and that's the problem.
Yeah. Okay,
First
no,
Fire Emblem I ever
plays
tried
might
to
be the-
play was like the worst one. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. I feel like if you're not starting with Awakening, then you're kind of screwing yourself over today. Or
Yeah.
3 houses.
I played 6 or 7 hours of Birthright, and I just couldn't be bothered. Like,
Hey, look, if you're willing to sell Birthright,
how much you putting down for Birthright?
okay, hear me out. £3.
Not really interested, to be honest, mate.
Hear me out. £4.
My 3DS completion collection is pretty complete at this point. I can't just be giving the games away. I'd have to re-buy them after. 3DS is like my life and soul. Like that's the console where I own Nintendo 3DS Guide Louvre 3D. Like,
I mean, when you own, absolute...
Ooh!
And that is another goal for Southeast Asia. Fantastic.
Baamsushi, I'm convinced. Put away the lag accusations. I can't see any lag right now. He's just winning. Like,
I mean, fantastic.
straight up, this is going to potentially end as 3-2 in favour of Japan. But only 2 of those matches they actually won via gameplay. One of them was a walkover for free. If Baamsushi could just play every match, it might have just been taking the trophy home to Indonesia.
I mean, he's on the attack again, so
It's absolutely saying, you know what, I've been knocked out of this tournament, but I don't care. I've taken the first ever game off Japan in this tournament, and I want to take another, especially knowing he's taking it off a different player. He beat Infi in game 1. Now he's looking to beat Paralyze.
some fantastic stuff.
No opportunity here to take a game off Miya or AS79. Yeah, remember now, Southeast Asia has 3 players, of which 2 have surfaced today, whereas Japan has had 4 different players. So Infi lost game number 1 to Baamsushi. Miya was the one who beat Minh 9-1, but that was his only game of the day. AS79 was credited with the win by default over Zuky, and then played against Minh and won 6-0. And now Paralyze is making his debut in this set for Japan, and is losing to Baamsushi. Baamsushi is doing just an excellent job of beating everyone he comes up against. But it is both Miya and AS79 who are getting the ridiculous score lines. So I'd love to see how well he'd do against those 2 players, but we're just not going to get that opportunity, unfortunately.
It looked like this might... Nope. Stopped. An attack absolutely stopped there from Indonesia. Is it Indonesia?
Yeah, Southeast Asia
Yeah.
has Indonesian and Vietnamese players, but it is an Indonesian playing at the moment.
Okay.
But Paralyze, we don't want to say that they're just some random that they've got on the Japanese team. This is the person that they trusted with the decider, and they're clearly having all of the no-mash skills required to bring it back to 2-1.
Is the comeback on? Potentially.
If you beat any player on the Japanese team, that is a huge statement. Doesn't matter which one it is, they're all good. But Bam is going to get going with a Plasma Ball from Gamma right now. Can you chain it? Immediately into a maximum fire. Yes, sir. From young Axel instead of the adult one this time. Anything else? Yep. Tenku
Looks like it's
Otoshi.
going to go in.
I don't think there's anything you can do to stop a 3-peat like that. Yeah, no defenders in the way whatsoever. Darren's not even going to attempt to stop that one. It's going in. That is 3-1 in favour of Baamsushi.
Southeast Asia is on an absolute roll here.
And this is exactly why we do the final match. Yes, it doesn't matter in terms of getting the team through to the next round, but it just shows us what could have been. And indeed, what could have been is a really competitive showing from Indonesia. Good grief. Haku giving us some extra insight on Paralai in the chat, saying, Paralai is choking, what the hell? He's won so many tournaments, I've lost count, I'm not even joking, is what he said. So we are dealing with one of the top dogs here. One of the top dogs is 2 goals down, so Bam might just be the GOAT.
Insane.
Ray putting it exactly as it is. We won't comment on what just happened to Bylong there. I'm sure he had his reasons. Saw passes to another Saw.
Brilliant.
That's
Early on the move.
Yeah, Haku giving us more. Paralai is the top dog. He is him, literally. But Bram is on fire, and that is 3-1. Let me get the feed, the gameplay feed closed again, because we certainly wouldn't want to have any stream snipes at this particular moment. This is on the verge of yet another big upset. And it may not be enough to send Southeast Asia through to the final, but I think I fancy them in a 3rd place playoff, you know?
No, this is fantastic. Bam is doing an absolutely amazing job.
Let me find myself a drink while we're having a little bit of downtime. Especially if the stream's going to carry on a little bit longer to go into the memories of the Shinsengumi. I don't know, what are we willing to pay for it? You've awakened this out of me, you've given me money, and now I've discovered what's possible. We might need another £2. Hope you're memorising some key substitutions there on the formation squad.
I am, yeah.
Yeah, they did Summit at some point. But yeah, no, Sonic Adventure 2, have you actually played it before?
I haven't yet. I've literally bought it yesterday, so I have yet to give it a go.
Yeah, it's more had you
I'm
played it
probably
on a different console or something, but...
No, I only just played my first... So I played the original trilogy recently when I was travelling to Newcastle.
The 2D
so I played
Sonics.
all 3 games. Yeah, all 3 of the original ones, and that's all I've played of Sonic so far. But I really like those. So I'm ready to now watch my appreciation of Sonic slowly deplete.
Yeah, my opinion on the adventure games is Adventure 1 I really like. I played it when I was like, an adult at that point, but I'd played it very briefly at a friend's house. So I still felt nostalgic to it. It's got like the graphics of a newly 3D game, and I had played it at its time. Oh, a goal from Saw. Paralai is back. Don't get too comfy here. Basically, all I did was we'd play Big the Cat. Bear in mind, we were 2 like 6 and 7-year-old kids, respectively. We'd just play as Big the Cat, take him to the nearest body of water and drown him.
Oh my god.
That was all we did in Sonic Adventure. That's my sole memory of it. And then I played it as an adult and loved it because it still gave me that nostalgic kick while also being a first-time playthrough. And I really liked it. And then I played Sonic Adventure 2 and
Well, that's promising.
The Sonic levels in Adventure 2 are really good. The Shadow levels in Adventure 2 are mostly good, but there's a couple of weird ones. And then together they make up like 33% of the game.
Yeah, no, there's like Knuckles and Tails levels and stuff, isn't there?
Yeah, there's Knuckles and Rouge doing treasure hunting levels, and then they've got Tails and Eggman levels in the mech. And they all suck. Like...
I cannot wait.
Sonic Adventure 2
Have you played Pikmin?
I've watched a lot of Let's Plays of them. I tried playing it for a bit, but it wasn't really my thing as a player, but I still kind of keep up to date with it.
I love it. I just, like, recently played through the first Pikmin game, and then bought Pikmin 4 and played that, and oh my god, that's a game.
But, yeah, what I can tell you about Sonic Adventure 2 is it definitely makes a good stream game, and it is a game that's, at best, 33% good and 66% bad.
I like those margins.
But they're also, like, Sonic Adventure, you can kind of choose to play whoever at any point. What is that power icon? Sonic Adventure 2, it all happens in a given order, so you just have to hope that the next level you're about to play is one of the 1 in 3 chance it's going to be a good one.
It looks like this is going to be a goal. Is this a goal for Japan?
I think so. 3-3.
3-3.
Okay, it is back. Bam has played so well in the first half, but it's starting to slip away. Really want to see a long shot just get started immediately, so that we can see if Bam can reclaim a lead, or if he's ultimately going to have to fold this one to Paralyze, one of the best in the business. But yeah, Sonic Adventure 2, you'll get some ironic enjoyment if nothing else, but Sonic Adventure 1, you've got the 6 characters where they're all unique gameplay styles instead of being copies of each other. And it's like, the Sonic levels are really fun, the Tails levels are really fun, the Knuckles ones are kind of alright. The big levels are bad, but they're funny bad, and they also don't take very long, so I don't think it takes away from the experience that much. You've got Omega levels, which I think are fun, and then the Amy levels are pretty decent as well. They're like B-Tech Sonic levels, but they're still kind of like Sonic levels at the end of the day.
No, I definitely want to play both of them at some point.
So it's like Adventure 1 is more like 75% good, even if its peaks are a bit lower. So I'm an Adventure 1 preferer, but you'll play them both and let us know what you think.
Oh!
No way! Accidentally passing to each other instead of tapping it into the back of the net. Surely. Or was that Southeast Asia just doing some really last-minute defending?
It seemed like it was Southeast Asia doing some last-minute defending here. And
Yeah,
it looks like
that's what
Japan are going to score.
When in the hands of the Blues, that's what happens at close range. Paralyze has said, hang on, I don't want a loss on my record. Let's start trying really, really hard.
Insane.
Bam, having to let that one go, but Sanctus is going for an Angel Ball. That's a bit of a rare one. Hope he can convert off it, because now he needs to score just to equalise. Even having a draw on the record would mean so much. It's by far the most Japan has ever bled in any of these tournament sets. But as it stands, it is going to be a Japanese win, unless Southeast Asia can strike. Level 3, Goopy Gloopy Goo, that's max power. Can we get a chain going here?
It seems like they've got a chance. Doug MacArthur!
Snowstorm Leopard!
Go on, son!
Absolutely no shot blockers in the way. Yeah, Darren's got to let that one
That's
go.
going to be 4-4.
We are back to even once again. So it's not the win that we were having for most of this stream so far, but it's even. And Baamsushi, I'm sure, would be plenty happy with that, but knowing that Japan are already through to the final, I am admittedly going to go full bias and just see, can Bam get another win for us? Well, Japan might just take a shot here. Goldie's going to armify. Is she going to go for a Goopy Gloopy Goo of her own? Oh, Do-Re-Mi, rather. Bylong wants it back. Warp Step. Apparently he was in possession of the ball. I didn't realise that. Bylong's really getting close now, and it's in.
It looks like that's it. 5-4.
Yeah, there's still time, but now we're having an inverse situation of how it used to go in Game 1. Now it's Japan just so slightly getting ahead as soon as they're required to. 10 minutes left to go plus stoppage time. Really interested to see how it plays out, but it is back in Japan's possession once again here. Bailong not really knowing where to go there, just goes for a shot from ages away out of a lack of better options, but it's not like you need to score again. You just need to run the time out at this point, and that would be a win for Powerlife from behind. It's always a weird feeling when one of like the tournament favourites or one of the top players in the world makes a massive comeback on the upset. It's like, that's what makes him a top player at the end of the day, but it's so emotionally conflicting.
I mean, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel. It's like when I'm like beating my dad in FIFA and then he suddenly just like gets 3 goals out of nowhere. It's like, it's cool, but it's a bit disheartening, even though everyone expects it to happen.
Would you say that your dad is in fact a much better FIFA player than you then?
Yeah, he was. I mean, to be fair, I crushed him last time I played him, so you know what I mean? I'm taking the crown.
I have a bit of a story gaming with my dad as well. He played a perfect game against me in Wii Sports Bowling. Like, I didn't just lose, he won flawlessly. Like, and it's impossible to recreate situation, I'm sure. I don't think he could have done it again, but that is a close-range Dragon Driver. Can Zanuck's friend over here stop that with Giga Knuckle Sandwich? No!
No! And there is the 6th goal for Powerlife.
Yep, type advantage from the air move over the ground spirit is all I can think of, and it just was so close from a Mixie Max player. So that is it truly written up now. It is going to be a 4th win for Japan. They have, at the brink of death, defeated Baamsushi and made it a 4 wins for Japan and 1 for Southeast Asia. It was interesting getting the 1 win for Southeast Asia right at the start, but Japan have ultimately done the business and they will move on to the final as once again the heavy favourite to take it. But really excited to watch France versus Maghreb tomorrow and see if any of them are up to the task, basically. Like, by all means, Haku, let me know who you think is more likely to win that in your opinion. Is anyone capable of beating Japan? Because in the end it wasn't Southeast Asia. That's official. Japan have done it 4-1.
Nice. Very, very well played by all. Mad to think Powerly got 5 goals in that second half.
That's a point. If 1 goal in the first half and 5 in the second, that is... I don't want to say he was just throwing in the beginning and then started trying, but clearly changed his strategy up in an important way and just got big, big results out of it. So that is fair enough. That is it for the Inazuma 11 Strikers set between Japan and Southeast Asia. What are we going to do now then, chat? Can you convince me? Can you convince Tom to stick around for it? Do I play a little bit on my own? Do I simply rest my voice and leave?
Well, I think I have to head off because otherwise my girlfriend can't come back.
That's very reasonable. So you don't get to see Mr. Okita and the way he talks to me to get me intrigued. But Ray did donate £2. So could that be worth a little blast? What are we saying, chat? Tom's going to go either way. But this music... Is this music from Mario Power Tennis? No, it's from Inazuma 11, obviously.
Well, enjoy your dating sim that you're definitely playing right now.
Well, I might have to. Ray donated £2. It's quite a low price, I would say, for a Shinsengumi dating sim. But perhaps it's worth a little bit of screen time from it. We'll try and get you some Isami Kondo. So I'm dropping out of the Discord call now, so everyone say your goodbyes to Tom.
Bye, everyone.
And I will ditch him here. And let's say it's worth a little bit. Obviously can't even stream all night myself anyway, but you know, we'll keep an eye on the chat, see how enthusiastic we are about the idea, see how long we can keep it going. So at the moment, the cartridge is in my regular 3DS. So I need to quit that and stick it on charge. And then I can transfer across to the capture card. So just give us a minute. I'm still here. I could be talking while I put my 3DS on charge. I'm just kind of not doing. The cartridge has been removed from the capture board. So what we're saying, £2 equals 10 minutes? Tale of the Toaster in chat does Inazuma Sporkle quiz live. I can't do the Sporkle quiz on here before I've released the video. Deary, deary me. How presumptuous of you. When I could try and do a run back on the original trilogy's quiz, because I've not played it for a second time since, but Haku's now obviously gone. Thank you for the Strikers knowledge as ever. It's always good having a dependable expert involved that we can rely on. And now we have lost our Soji Okita expert in Tom Spoors, because he's the one who's meant to love that character so much. But apparently I'm going to love him a little bit more. Questionable things, but I don't even know how old they're meant to be in the context of this game. But let's just get the capture board active. There we go. We could play that Inazuma game, or that Inazuma game, or that Inazuma game, or, well, Hakuoki 3D Memories of the Shinsengumi is worth a little go, I guess. So let me check donations again, make sure. We're saying £2 10 minutes. So let's have a bit of dating sim time. Well, not dating sim's not technically the word, because I guess in a dating sim you actually take people out on dates, whereas the point of Otome, I don't know if that song's going to get me copyright struck, so I'll have to skip it, but I guess this is more about making a guy naturally fall for you, the protagonist, a girl, in a real setting. Like, I can't say I've ever played an Otome game before, so I don't really know, but I am in the common room with a tray bearing tea, so I'm about to pour some tea for my Shinsengumi buddies. This guy's called Genzaburo Inoue. He's not in Chrono Stones, but he does like his hot tea. You can't date this guy, as far as I'm aware. He's a bit old, but she still felt a flush of pride, nevertheless, at being praised for the tea making. I make a killer cup of tea, to be honest. If you ever get a tea made by Tale of the Toaster, boom, you will be sugared all the way through. The protagonist is in Kyoto in search of her father. She's been here for a year, living in the Shinsengumi headquarters. And obviously, in the context of Chrono Stones, the Shinsengumi are like the bad guys who are stopping Japan from opening its doors to the wider world and trading with people, and Ryoma Sakamoto is the one who wants to take the Shinsengumi down so that Japan can be the united country it is today that is open to the wider world. But here, Shinsengumi, you're not like rooting for them to beat Sakamoto's side. They're not like specifically said to be good or bad guys. They're just less bad than the other bad guys that they're dealing with, probably, so you're kind of allowed to root for them. This is Hijikata. He's like the guy behind Kondo, in charge. Like, Kondo's the leader, but then Hijikata's the one who actually makes all the decisions. And then Nagakura, dunno. He's in the Shinsengumi. That's it. Heisuke is currently in Edo, which means Tokyo, before it changed its name to Tokyo. We'll work around until we can find some Okita. Admittedly, oh, there he is! So this is what Soji Okita looks like in Hakuoki. He's not quite got the purple hair of Chrono Stones in this image, but in some bits of key art, it does look a bit more purpley in hue, which I think is a funny coincidence across both. Janus Greenway says, Toshizo Hijikata is hot and in power. Can you date him? The answer is yes. Yes, you can, but if I look at my... where do I go? I press X. If I look at the biographies, these are all your options. Hijikata, I've not even got it off the ground, because Okita is the one I'm naturally trying to pursue simply because I've heard of him before. The only other one I've heard of is Kondo, who is not an option. This guy, Todo, you haven't even seen him in game yet, but I've accidentally gotten him ever so slightly higher. But we're in chapter 2 out of 7. There's clearly room to turn this around. Okita will learn the Chrysanthemum Katana a little bit later on. There's also Saito and Harada. We haven't done anything with Harada or Hijikata, so if you're a Hijikata fan, that's it, I'm afraid. But yeah, Soji Okita is trying to speak with some landlords at the minute, try and get you a new place to live. But that's like that would involve making some new backgrounds. I know they want to go to the Nishi Hongwanji Temple. Yep, that's it. The stream's still going to be titled Inazuma Strikers World Cup. And when you land, you'll be in for a surprise. That's what his voice acting sounds like. It's a little different to Inazuma Soji Okita. We'll just force our way in. Guess I wouldn't expect anything less from you. Who's the guy who gets the Yorkshire accent out of these characters? Someone can be Liverpool if we want. It is pretty big, I'll give you that. But I really don't think the monks are going to take to a bunch of soldiers living in the temple. Still, the location's great. We'll be able to get out into the city a lot quicker than from out here in Meibu. There you go. I guess it's Chesty McChest who gets the Yorkshire voice. I mean, they're all Chesty McChest. Let's be honest. They've all got their pecs out except for him. Are you Liverpool? You're a bit too serious for Liverpool. Yeah, the view number sure has dropped, isn't it, Logan? That's why we need the financial input to justify playing this game. But I do appreciate everyone who has stuck around for a little bit of Hakuoki 3D memories of the Shinsengumi. Need a Let's Play of this? No. You're not getting a Let's Play of a Shinsengumi dating sim with zero gameplay. Absolutely not. Just watch the anime. But don't you think it would be somewhat uncouth to force against men of the cloth? That guy wasn't in the dating options as far as I saw. Is there a second? I'm skipping. Whoops. Is there a second page to the biographies? Nope. I think that's just what you get from. We've got an encyclopedia. The word tuberculosis will be added to this at some point during the game. Spoilers for anyone who hasn't played Hakuoki 3D before, or in fact Inazuma 11 Chrono Stones. Oh, lowercase, the corpse. What about the watch? Is it the yokai watch? Wakizashi. What's the water of life? There's a Yukimura, that's Njord Snow. Yes, Leaf Hour Blade, there is in fact not just an anime, there's several anime adaptations, as far as I can tell. Logan says, damn, TXM has been growing out his hair. Is that just because he's wearing yellow? That's Kondo. That's the boss. I don't know who's talking right now, but some weirdo. Actually, who does he look like from Inazuma? I think I'm probably thinking of the... Yeah, wait a minute. When you play the match against the Soji Okita Zanuck Domain team, there is like a guy with a lot of makeup on standing under the temple, right, with a really long, thin face. And he doesn't do anything. He's kind of like already willing to accept defeat, but he still accepts the challenge of, if we win in this football match, we'll open up the world. Is that this guy? What is your name, sir? Give me your name and then I'll look it up on the Inazuma wiki and see if that guy is in. No, the man who had just spoke was Kashitaro Ito. I don't recognise that name, but if I drag the Inazuma wiki across for a second, who was essentially the coach for Zanuck Domain in their second match? Soji was the captain, apparently. Look at all these new features from Airy Hunter. You can look at their away kits. Isn't that cool? Zanuck turns purple. So does the goalkeeper. Who's Ryubi? No, not that. Kimon... No, that's a formation. Oh, we're in the wrong era entirely. Tokugawa Yoshinobu. This is who I'm thinking of that's in Chrono Stones. You have Soji Okita, you have Kondo, you have Ryoma Sakamoto, and you've got this guy. You can see the similarity, right? You can see why I thought they were the same person, but they're not. So we need to look out for the name Tokugawa Yoshinobu if we're going to get another Inazuma guy involved. There's his sprite. Looking all nice. 1867. So, and we've got the real version as well, just in case you want to learn about it. He's got a photograph. Did you know that they had photos? But this is somebody else. Let me go in the menu. Did we see that name? No, I don't think that guy's been involved yet. But eventually, we've got to have everybody from Chrono Stones involved, right? I don't think Ryoma Sakamoto will be in this because they can't possibly make the Shinsengumi look like bad guys. You know, he's an imperial nationalist, which their wording is a bad thing, but really, being a nationalist is, I think, what Ryoma Sakamoto wanted, right? Because he was trying to form the separated bits of Japan into a single nation, right? And then speak with other nations around the world. So I guess that makes Ito a good guy, technically, but I'm not going to pretend I know right from wrong in Japanese history. I know what Inazuma 11 tells me, and now I kind of know what Hakuoki is telling me. But Soji Okita will definitely still be quite under the weather. I do know that much. So let's speed through it a little bit and see if we can actually get Soji Okuta back, because that's what you're all still here for. They practice Ito, which is different to the name. Ito, I guess he's a skilled orator. What's that? Does that just mean he's a skilled speaker, like oral speech? Well, either way, we need to get out of this cutscene because it doesn't have Kondo. No, there he is.
So, I don't like him. He doesn't respect my chrysanthemum katana.
There's something about the way he looks at you. Is he talking about Victor Blade? No, Upper T could not, in fact, be Victor Blade. Does anybody in chat know anything about the Shinsengumi other than what Chronostones tells you? Because I feel like that background context would help. Here he is from the front now. You might be overthinking things. It could be a problem, yes, but the viewers have actually gone back up. What the hell happened? People caught wind of me. Maybe I should tweet out that I'm playing this game on stream, but I don't think we could go with this for very long, to be honest. I feel like the novelty is going to wear off somewhat quickly. But if anyone does buy this game in their own time and chooses who they want to romance, and you let me know. Like, I'm interested to see if anyone finishes this game, but at the moment they're just talking about who's the most skilled with a sword, and we know the answer to that is Soji Okuta because Dave Evans said so. Kuso! I know what that means. Damn it. Yeah, Dave Evans would never be wrong about a Miximax target. Yeah, definitely we need a pterodactyl as well as a Tyrannosaurus Rex. This music in the background is really Zero Escapey. Especially, it's very Virtue's Last Reward. So this is like my favourite music track in the game I've heard out of a total of about 4. But I rate it. My, how thoughtful of you. Yes, of course, I would love to have a look. Who is this guy? So he's meant to be a nationalist, is he? Which makes him good, but also bad. Is that political? I don't bloody know. Don't listen to that asshole, okay? Yeah, this game has real swearing in it, by the way. They just don't do it very often. They leave you long enough without a sweary word to make you forget that it has them, and then they just hit you with the F word. So you might get some TaleOfTheToaster swearing in this. Jane Screamer says, I can buy this game and play it on my very real Nintendo 3DS. Yes, you could purchase the cartridge and support the developers of this game who clearly can't have sold many copies. Because again, this is what I was saying to Tom. This game is targeted at women. Specifically straight women who like video games and have a distinct interest in Japanese history, particularly the Shinsengumi. Or if they don't have that, then they're going to learn about the Shinsengumi via this game and not be able to choose who they want to go after because they don't know who any of them are. But like, I can understand how this game would have a market in Japan where, you know, at least Japanese history is their own country's history. They probably know in passing who Soji Okuta and the rest of them are, right? But who in England was gonna buy this? Like, I really can't work out who they thought was gonna buy it. Somebody must have. But admittedly, we're not really getting any dialogue from the protagonist here. You never see the woman's design really, and that's because she's meant to be a self-insert for you. I've seen her design in the anime, and there was like one scene I had with Soji Okuta that I tweeted out last night where you kind of see the design, but you're not meant to see it very often. But yeah, literally, like, we didn't get a translation for Inazuma 11 GO Galaxy, but we did get a translation for this, to the appeal of almost certainly absolutely no one. Until today, when we're artificially padding out the length of this Strikers stream to show you Soji Okuta's funny dating game. We're obviously not getting to do any romancy actions in the game right now, and there are, from what I've played, there aren't many opportunities to do so. You just occasionally have a choice of who to spend part of your day with. You don't even have the option of everyone. It's like a 50-50 choice between 2 or 3 options. So I've picked Okuta every time it's been made clear to me, but that's also only been once. So, hey, Jin's come back. Didn't you have to leave for a while? But we're not yet. But we're trying to get there. If the chat indeed wants me to continue with this. Is Soji Okuta playable in Inazuma 11 Strikers? Because if he is, then that means I am playing Inazuma Strikers, right? Surely, like, Victor's Mixie Max will be in there. Can you just play as Soji Okuta himself? Oh, I didn't read the prompt. Chat, help. Which of these 2 options is more likely to lead to Soji Okuta? I think the chat's too behind for them to actually help. But you know what? I'll wait. I'm going to read everyone's messages. We have a choice between investigate and return to my room. So I will do whatever has the most votes in chat. So now I just need to wait for the chat to catch up. There's a few votes for investigate already from Leafo Blade and Jin. Trouble says investigate. Ray says he doesn't know. You're the one who paid for this. Right, everyone says investigate. It's now unwinnable for the return to the room gang. What if Soji Okuta was in the room though? You might have messed up, you know. You might need to. I might need someone to Google that, if that's at all possible. We need Soji. We need Soji Okuta. You know what? I know where the Liverpool accent goes. It's actually me. We need a choice here, actually, between Yagi House and Maikawa House. The ones that are in green means that they were selected on a previous playthrough, but the previous playthrough wasn't me. That was just the previous owner of the cartridge. So if this were an authentic, brand new cartridge, they'd both just be the same colour. It's not like an indication. Let me know, Yagi House or Maikawa House. But yeah, of course, Jade Green's the Liverpoolian, and that's why she's looking for Soji Okuta. I bet Soji Okuta's a hottie, guys. Soji Okuta is a hottie, guys. I knew it. And yeah, King Boo Studios and Leafo Blade saying Okuta is in his room dying. Maybe we share one. I don't know, but it means he's more likely to be indoors, right? But for now, we've already clicked investigate, so there's no turning back now. It's either the Yagi House or Maikawa House. So please let me know. Ray says Yagi for new content. But what if the previous owner of the game went down the Okita route and knew that Maikawa was the right option? I probably should have said that a bit earlier, because we've had 3 votes in chat already for Yagi. So I'm going to have to do it, but Soji Okuta was on my save file icon. Maybe the previous player knew how to get to Soji, and he could be in the Maikawa house. But I'm going to do it. Let's see if you're wrong, chat. Let's go to the Yagi house and see if he turns up. It was night time, and then I was so surprised when I met up with... Ah, you lose! You missed Soji Okita. It's Sanan. He's not even on the romancing options. He's just hanging about here with his glasses in the 1800s. You chose wrong. Too bad. At least it's not... wasn't mine to do. Oh my, he's getting a bit close. Is he about to backstab us? Hold on a minute. We've got the bad music going on. He's come up close to us and said, I never thought you would be the one to catch me in the act. Is he a traitor? And if he is a traitor to the Shinsengumi, does that make him a good guy? If we're using the Inazuma perspective. You're wondering what this is, I imagine. Oh dear, he's going to poison someone. We need this guy in the next Chrono Stones extended edition. This is a secret treatment developed by your father, Kodo, under orders from the Shogunate. What? The Shogunate ordered my father to do something? They say it first appeared in the West. The contents of this tiny vial can utterly transform a person. Can it turn Soji Okuta into Victor Blade? Is that what you're telling me? Is this the Miximax gun? Or is it Zanak's weird eye lasers healing power and it's going to bring Soji back from his tuberculosis for a bit? Or what if he's already died? We chose the wrong place, so he might have just... That might have been it. But no, this... You know what Inazuma Parallel this is? This is the Ampoles from Ragnarok. Literally down to the design and effect. This is what the hyper-evolved children do to make them stronger. We have literally got the S gene here. Oh dear, it's Miximax juice. Is he going to turn into a monkey? Will he turn into a gigantic ape? Or has somebody else already turned into an ape? And apparently... Ah! There's a jump scare for everybody. Jesus. I didn't give a blood warning. Right, so those are the three guys who attacked me at the start of the game, and then the Shinsengumi rescued me from them, and that's why I've been living with the Shinsengumi ever since. Apparently the three guys who tried to kill me had the hyper-evolved children's ampoles installed, and they were in the process of turning into a simian ape monkey man. And we killed them, but they could have been doing a Shellbit burst. They lose control whenever they see blood. So they're unkillable. But we did kill them, right? Did they just come back to life? Are they a homunculus? Now, if you want to know why I know the word homunculus, which means an unkillable human, you should play Rain Code for the Nintendo Switch. It's basically Danganronpa 4. It's the best game released all year. I don't care about Tears of the Kingdom. Master Detective Archives Rain Code is the best game released for the Nintendo Switch in the year 2023. And if you like Danganronpa, you will love Project Rain Code. Please play it, and then you will learn what a homunculus is, because apparently they're in this game too. So Sanan's been doing his own research based on what the doctor, my dad, left behind. I don't mean my dad as in the one who did the perfect game in Wii Sports Bowling. I mean the in-game Doctor Dad. So I guess he's not betraying us or stabbing us in the back. He just knows more than he's letting on. And he's kind of looking for a test subject to try this vial on. Oh, he's also injured his arm in battle, and if he takes that, it'll heal him. But probably also turn him into a monkey. But I think we're going to get a choice here soon, aren't we? Are we going to allow him to take the vial or not? Do we want to save Sanan? Do we want to let Sanan turn into a monkey? Or whatever happens in the Shinsengumi? This is basically what happens if Simian Ape was there in the Shinsengumi chapter. Instead of Zanak's Domain, you just played Ragnar. Is he going to... I'm invested now. All right. Chat. We've made a we've reached a decision, but I don't really know how they differ. I thought it was going to be a choice between let him take the vial or stop him from taking the vial, but I think this means gently persuade him not to take it or scream so that somebody breaks in and also stops him from doing it. Let me just read the chat history. Yeah, both of these options are going to result in me trying to stop Stanan, because you can't, within Chapter 2, let him die, I guess. But, oh, the chat is really split on this one. I'm going to have to leave it a little bit longer. Janus Greenway says scream. Trobel says scream. Leafar Blade says persuade. Ray says persuade. Janus Greenway then changed his mind from scream to persuade. So that means it's 3-1 for persuade, but now he's changed his mind back to scream. So at this point, I can't really comment on Janus. It's Mateus! It's mother flipping Mateus Smashy Bros! In my chat, this isn't Inazuma, you say. Well, in a sense, it kind of is. The chat's 50-50. Scream, I think, is more likely to get Soji Okuta involved, so I'm going with that. What I'm playing at the moment, Matt, is... I think you saw on Twitter, this is the Shinsengumi dating sim. This is Hakuoki 3D Memories of the Shinsengumi, which I'm playing because the real-world Shinsengumi soldier Soji Okuta made an appearance in Inazuma 11 where you play football with him and then take his powers and it gives you a really cool shooting move. So when I saw this game in CEX, I thought, why don't I play a different game about Soji Okuta without knowing it was going to be a dating sim? But at the moment, the romance is out the window. This is pure, genuine plot. She screamed as loud as her body would let her, voice echoing down the halls and across the courtyards of the compound. And Soji Okuta's going to come in and save the day, right? He did it! Sanan's had the vial! Is he going to be vile? He screams in agony and collapses to the floor, his hands clawing mindlessly at his face. We need Okita right now. Even if it's to kill him. His hair began to turn white. Oh my days! He's turned into my granddad. Sweat made tens of tiny rivulets down his face. Again, shout outs to the localization team for even bothering to make this game, knowing it would sell like arse. They still knew to put the word rivulets, but yeah, it's the same colour as Simian Ape's hair. He is doing the new gen. He's gonna turn into an ape. Which I guess sounds even more weird for the one person in chat who's never played Inazuma. Thank you, Matt, but well, there is an explanation, I promise. It's him! I knew it! I knew selecting Scream would get Okita back. Good evening, Sanan. He's here to save the day, Victor Blade! His eyes flicked from Sanan to the bottle on the floor, and then almost as an afterthought, to me. So this is the dateable Soji Okuta, but not right now, because he needs to save us from this ravaging beast first. Hey up, hey up, hey up, do you see that? You see what I just did? That cherry blossom means I just added some romance points onto Okita. He is now ahead of Todo by a considerable margin. By screaming for help when that Sanan guy was trying to kill himself with the vial of DNA-altering fluid, he came to help. And he felt very flattered with me in the process. Excellent. Chat, you made the right decision. I guess the scream part was my decision, but technically we worked together. to advance ourselves in the Okita world. And now Sanan, I think, is asking Okita to kill him? Is he going to do it? I'll help you die. Oh, he's going to do it. Look at this. This is Soji. His blade actually looks exactly like it did in Inazuma, which is a funny thing. The other part that's consistent across the Shinsengumi is the purple, the light blue robes that they wear. That's not just a Soji Okita Chronostones thing. They all wear that, and it's like clearly identifiable. But anyway, this is a proper plot moment. So, in a smooth, deliberate motion, Okita laid his hands on the hilt of his sword, his fingers curling delicately around it, one by one. My body shook with what might have been a sob. Can we get some sob emojis in chat? Sanan's about to perish at the hands of our future boyfriend. His cold eyes swiveled towards mine and I froze. Knock it off. You aren't part of this, so keep your mouth shut. Aren't part... Oh, but I'm... You're what? You think you're part of the Shinsengumi? Hey, don't be rude to me. We've just had a bit of a moment here. We had, like, the flowers and stuff. Don't do this to me. He didn't even move, but his tone hit like a slap. I'd been living with them for so long that my initial fear had almost completely disappeared. I felt like I'd found a place for myself. If you've already forgotten, then let me remind you. We only keep you alive because you're useful. You are not one of us. Damn, this Soji Okita guy's a dick! Why are we trying to date him? He sucks! Why did Dave Evans like him either? We knew he was on the bad side. Why do people keep fantasticizing this Soji Okita dude? He seems like a bit of a knob. Anyway, is he going to kill Sanan then? His white hair shook as his body writhed in pain. He's about to transform. He's going to do the decoy deploy. It's Eye of the Storm. Oh no. He's done it. We picked a hell of an optional event here. Stay away from him. Oh, that's true, because I guess he's going to come back to life, probably. If that's how the vial works, if he's a homunculus. We've got a sweary word on the Tale of the Toaster channel right there, and it's come from Inazuma 11 Soji Okita. Stay away from him. I hurt him pretty bad, but I don't know what the shit did to him. He might still be able to attack you. What I did to him isn't enough to kill him. Not after he drank that stuff. He's not gonna die. Thank goodness. I don't know about thank goodness. I think he probably needed to die, to be honest. So Sanan's alive for now, but he will probably try to take over the world in the interests of New Gen a little bit later on. You've let him get away, and now he's going to travel through time to eliminate football. Well, keep football alive, actually, but... Yeah, gone from PG to 12A. I think this game is, in fact, 12 rated. But now we've taken him back to his... Oh, he's up close. Wait a minute. Are we going to make up after we've seen him nearly kill... So I guess we were about to really go off him when we thought he'd killed someone, but now that we know he hasn't quite killed them, that's alright then, I guess. He was still rude to us. He still stabbed the guy in the back. But I guess we just let him off because he's hot. That's what we're saying. So, carried me back to my room. How about you explain what was going on last night? Why were you in there with Sanan? He'd never been particularly pleasant to me, but his tone was even harsher than normal. Felt like there was someone in there. What's he gonna say? Is it true that my father had something to do with that drink that Sanan had? Did Sanan tell you that? I think it's true, to be honest, but he said it makes you stronger, but it drives you mad. Tokita's looking up and down. You are the daughter of the man who made that stuff, and you've seen what happens to the men who go crazy. I suppose you do have a right to know. It'd be easier to just kill you, but... Ah, well, it's 'cause he's got a crush. His tone was light, but it's no idle threat, so let's not piss him off too much. What else can he say? Why did the Shinsengumi get involved in something like this? Because this is where we blur like fiction and reality here. I don't think the Shinsengumi actually had this stuff in real life. He is dreamy, just like Jade said. Thank you for that one, Ray Ray. Yake. I think he's got the Inazuma Soji beat, to be honest. Though he does also appear to be slightly less dying. You know that our job isn't as simple as rounding up Ronin and bringing them back to the authorities, right? That's a lot of words. But we're really short on men, so he wants some immortal resuscitating people to help out, I guess, or make the couple of people around better. Someone from the Shogunate turned up and offered that experiment. We didn't make them take it. It was their choice. Usually if you break our rules, we make you cut yourself open. But for these guys... Ritual suicide getting a shout out here. Jesus, that's a bit harsh. I don't think we should be going for this guy. I think there's still the option to run away and get away from these bozos. Ryoma Sakamoto will take care of him. It'll be fine. We don't need the Shinsengumi in this world. Although if we did give him a football, we might be able to reinvent him. Can I just say, this has been an entirely Soji Okita scene, which we got through random chance. This is what we wanted, but one slight error in our option select would have screwed us out of this entire thing. Something that makes you strong and hard to kill should be really great, right? So, as long as you don't mind the side effects. So what's going to happen to Sanan? He's going to turn into Simeon. We know this now, but there you go. That's the end of the event. So we did slightly romance him, but we also got a lot of plot details and learned that he's a bit of a douche. But I guess we probably knew that. Why are you still here? Who is this guy? Oh yeah, some Kondo dialogue for anyone, by the way. He's not been taken over by Zanuck just yet. He's just saying a lot of words. This is the guy I gave the Yorkshire voice to. Me? Well, you see, yesterday... you're a miserable actor. Stay out of this. Thanks, Akita. Gotta get himself back involved. Jesus. Bit harsh. So they're all going to find out about what happened to Sanan now, and they can't just speed that up for us, so... I feel like he let it slide this time. Maybe he just liked how Saito handled it. Let's hit the Y button. Let's go really fast. So I think we... Oh, there he is. He's not white-haired at the moment. But he'll probably turn back to it as soon as he sees blood. Is what I'm gathering from the story. But his arm's healed, so I guess that helps for now, but clearly the homunculus should not be the dating option. That's why Sanan's not on the docket. Hey, that's wrong, Hop-Up Enjoyer. We're reading Kondo's dialogue as well as Akita. We're skipping everyone except the two that were in Inazuma. And if that... what's he called again? Oh, close the tab. If that Yoshinobu guy, I think, makes an appearance, we'll definitely be reading about that. So I have also been streaming for like 3 hours. I'm not sure my voice has got much more left in me. I don't know, maybe I can be convinced to carry on a little bit further. I just don't know how I'm still playing this game, to be honest. I only put it in the 3DS and gave it a try just to see what it was about when I was a bit under the influence after going to the Smashy Brothers Weekly. I'd come home having had a few beverages and I thought, go on, I already bought the Shinsengumi game. I might as well actually play it. I've got Ghost Trick to play on Switch. That's like an actual video game that I'm meant to be playing now that I've purchased it with money. And instead, here I am playing a Hakuoki Memories of the Shin friggin' Sengumi. Right. You've got nothing to tell us about the S gene for now. So... oh, never mind, he might. He's back! He's gonna do Triple Threat, which is the actual Mixie Max move that Saru gets out of it. Oh, he's already finished. Well, he was about to show us the Triple Threat, but he's let us off. £2 from Hopip Enjoyer. Is this good convincing? Yeah, I guess it is. So, this is the guy that I accidentally romanced a little bit too much, apparently. It's funny that the protagonist has Njord Snow's Japanese name. She's meant to be Jade Green, but she's ended up being Njord. Though she is disguising herself as a guy, so I guess she disguises herself as Njord. And she's learning the accent from that Harada guy. Oh god, here he is. This wasn't even optional, like he's just moseying up to me whether I like it or not. Up! Wait a minute! There he is in his blue robes! You see! I told you he wears the same thing that he does in Chrono Stones. It's literally him. He's got the sword, he's got the blue robes, he's got kind of purpley hair. He's got a bit more of a chest window going on. But eventually, he will do the Chrysanthemum Katana. I believe in him. If he even mentions a Chrysanthemum at any point, I'm going to pop the hell off. He doesn't need to mention the Katana, because the Katana's right there. We've seen it. He did it. Oh, he's coughing! This is it! This is what we were waiting for. He's going to start tuberculosing. He's going to be on the gnarly tubular. Oh. No, just a hint for now. Because you're not meant to... Hey, that's me! You've just captured Jade Green! Stop it! Let go of me! We're patriots fighting every day to kick those... I can't say that. I literally can't say that on stream, or I will get taken out of context and evaporated. But what else can we say? Oh no, that's not me. That's a different girl that we're helping, I guess. Yeah, because she's not dressed like this in public, so she wouldn't have the dress on. But it does look exactly like the one image of the character that I've actually seen. But come on, Okita, let's beat up those Ronin and help the lady, because even if Shinsengumi aren't necessarily good guys, the lass is probably innocent, so that's good enough for me. What on earth did he just say there? And we just let them go? Okay. Well, I hope the woman's alright. Oh no, there she is. Her name is Kaoru Nagumo. Is this going to be the Katsu of the game? Yes, I'm merging the two Japanese time travels of Chrono Stones into one at this point, but she's going to make me some mochi, right? Not mochi. Tofu. Yeah. There we go. Oh, our protagonist is jealous of her. It's one of those times where you have to remind myself, yes, I'm meant to be playing this as a straight, slightly horny woman, and not somebody who just sees the new character introduced and thinks, oh, cool design. Yes, I'm meant to be jealous of her. Even dressed like a girl, I doubted I could ever be as elegant for her. She can be my rival in love to Soji Okuta himself. I'd only just began to feel sorry for myself when I felt a hand on my arm. Which is him! Hey, wait a minute. He still prefers me for now. Just stand next to her. Can you see why I felt when I thought she was me? They look the same! They've got slightly different eyes and they've got different things in their hair. But their hairstyle would be the same if not for those accessories. We're both wearing pink robes. You could have made him look a little more different than that. Okita's got purple hair. One of these two could have been slightly more adventurous. So we've got Jade Green and we've got Gade Dreen. Maybe this is Sky Blue, huh? Oh, good heavens. Oh, okay, no, it is meant to be the case. Phew, it's plot relevant that they look the same. Right, so basically, she's going to be my decoy, and when I go out on big Shinsengumi missions, she'll go and sit around in the room and pretend to be me there, and then I'll just kind of, I don't know, go off with the Shinsengumi and she can, like... He doesn't think they look alike at all. Well, hey, I'm not chasing after you. You can have her if you like. I can't just offer her up on her behalf. But then again, it is a dating sim, so you probably can. Anyway, she's not listening, but we need to recruit her so that she can be my body double, basically. Or maybe she's my sister or something like that. And she likes Okita the most. Of course, she likes Okita the most. Hey up, it's Ryusei boys. We've got Ivar here. And you're asking what the heck is going on? We're playing Inazuma 11 GO Chrono Stones. That's all there is to say, really. You see, Heisuke dug a playful elbow into Okita's ribs. You know Okita. This is just his backstory. She's got the hots for you, Sodi. Ha! Oh, Seisuke. Heisuke, is that really what you think? You've got a long way to go before you're at Sano's level. Okita's only interested in football, not women. Why is everyone calling you Ryusei and not Bjorn or Ivar? Because unfortunately, Ivar, it's been a few years since our last collab, and I guess people are slightly less familiar as time's gone on. I haven't even promoted your Italian goal celebrations video on Twitter or YouTube yet, because I'm basically waiting for the Spanish video to be done by the other guy so that I can promote both at once. But yes, this is my friend Ivar. He made the History of Inazuma 11 video that I worked together with him on. So Bjorn and Ivar, they're both different names for the same person. Ryusei Boys refers to like all three of them, whereas Ivar is just the one that I actually know. But yeah, we've got a rival now. Okita is interested in my dupli, which is like partly encouraging because it means if he likes her, he must like me, right? But then again, no, it's more she's into him, which is fair enough. Because everyone knows that Okita's a hottie, guys. I knew that Soji Okuta was a hottie. There was no other possibility. Isami Kondo, the Shinsengumi have been asked to guard him. What are we getting up to now? Guess you could say the fate of the country will be resting on our swords. No, they'll be resting on our football skills. You're going to play for Zanuck's domain, and you're going to lose. What else have we got?
まずは大使の編成を考えねばなるまいが。そうだね。俺とトシ、ソウジ。
So we're going to get a choice soon. Okay, we haven't had one of those in a while because we've been busy with the plot. I wonder what the other options were, because surely finding out about that vial of S gene is like essential to playing the game. We kind of chose our way into it. Maybe we would have found out, maybe we wouldn't. King Boo Studios saying, why do I now want to watch the anime of this? I mean, you can. I'm sure Hakuoki is available on all kinds of platforms. The game probably didn't do very well over here, but I think the anime itself was pretty successful as far as I understand. But this is all just from reading the Wikipedia article last night. That's where all my info comes from. Jaina says, where's the second in command of the Shinsengumi? We can use him to make Okita jealous, right? That's a good idea. Where is he? It is Harada, right? No, it's Hijikata. Where is Hijikata? He's literally right there. Congratulations, you summoned him. We've passed the 3-hour mark now on the stream because we're still playing Shinsengumi. Why are we playing this game? How have you taught me into play for this long? You've only given me £4 in encouragement. I'm cutting myself a bargain here. But Okita's still hanging around, so we always have to read what he says. It appeared Hijikata's immune to the S gene or just to our flattery kind of thing. Okay. Choice? Choice? Perhaps? Gone for a walk for now. Oh dear. Oh. Maybe not a choice. Because we've got a sword against our back, maybe? Or you're just worried that that's going to happen? Oh no! It's Ryoma! In his Mixi-Max with Sakamoto! He's gonna do the Black Tide ride! He's literally here! And being portrayed as the bad guy. Is that guy actually gonna be called Sakamoto? There's no way, right? The guy in the middle and the guy on the left we've been introduced to in a previous chapter. The guy on the right, I don't know him yet. But he does look like Mixi-Max Ryoma, doesn't he? This is Chikage Kazama. He's a bad guy. And this is Kyuju Amagiri. Eat your onigiri. Kyo Shiranui. So no, it's not Sakamoto, but he certainly has the visual resemblance. He might be Mixi-Max with Sakamoto, even if he's not actually Sakamoto. We've already had the S gene appear in this. Yeah, they really do make the Shogunate look evil, even though they're meant to be the ones fighting the right cause, aren't they? Question mark. He swore at me as well. That's not nice. But he's such a baddie. How can you ask what a demon is? Perhaps you're the one joking here. After all, you are one. Just like us. I'm a what now? I'm a demon. But then Okita's babies will be demons as well. We're gonna have to break his heart and leave. He can't have a half-demon baby. Demonstration. Uh-oh, well they're definitely here for me. Am I a demon dribbler? Is that it? What's wrong with Yukimura? Njord's been snapped out of existence in the movie and he's permanently died again. They're gonna kidnap Jade Green. Ah, that's not good. Who saved me? Is it him? I'm gonna press the A button. 3, 2, 1.
No, it's Yorkshireman. Whoa there, pal. Trying to pick up chicks in a back alley? That's not creepy at all. You again. The culture and the nose of a dog, I see. Well, these guys are going to be our saviours today, I suppose. And Hichikata's here as well. We've had to get the entire Shinsengumi out here to save us. Everyone except for Okita, anyway. Oni? That means demon. Where do I know the name Saito from? What game have I played with a Saito in it? I think it's just a random NPC in Danganronpa. Or maybe is it the girl from Danganronpa 3 in the school case? Well, anyway, there's plenty of Saitos out there. We've also got Susumu Yamazaki, whatever he's called, just Ninja Gaiden, has come out to save us. Finally, we have a decision. And chatting chat, I would like you to decide on my behalf. Do I remain with the entire Shinsengumi minus Okita and all of the baddies? Or do I return to the headquarters where Okita might be? I feel like that's a bit of a weighted question I just gave to you there. But the choice is still yours. You might at this point prefer some of the non-Okita characters. Trobel said remain. She wants us to hang out with the existing hotties and not go look for Okita. Ray Ray is also backing up Trobel because you guys are kind of like a team. Hoppip's saying remain. Are you sure about this? So I'm just saying returning to headquarters is definitely more likely to have Okita. But we do have some Hijikata fans in chat, and he's right here. This is looking like a Brexit vote in the chat. I must say. If only the real Brexit went the same way as this vote. It sounds like the choice is remain. They want more plot. So alright then, I'll do it. Okita's taken a back seat. We're going to learn more about why I might be a demon. Because everyone's genuinely invested now, just like I am. Susumu, tell me more. I know I won't be able to help. I might even get in the way. But I have to. I'm sorry. They'd called me a demon and told me to come with them. I don't know what they meant by that. But I needed the truth. So he's gonna take me away now. He's got a gun! That's not fair! You can't have guns in the 1800s. I mean, you can. I guess they've been invented, but Shinsengumi don't use them. We've got swords. Imagine if we were playing the Ryoma Sakamoto chapter in Inazuma Chronostones and we were dealing with Soji Okita in football, and then one of them just whips out a gun. Or the S-Gene, but it's such a normal metal gun as well. It's not even like a matchlock bullet looking one. Yare. Okay, well, he's short-tempered. Can we stop him? I don't want to get shot. None of our guys have guns, and that's why they're good. Logan's got to go now, but yeah, the replay will be there on... You just go to TaleOfTheToaster and click live, and then you can check the VOD for any other remaining part of Shinsengumi. Oh, well, we have 3 options here. This is going to be hard to separate. Hopefully, Logan, you can make a decision just before you go, but everyone else... Of the 11 withstanding viewers, we've got 3 choices to deal with these swordy baddies. We could reach for my sword. We could cry for backup, who could be Okita, but it makes us look a bit pathetic. Or we could just opt to do nothing and see how it plays out.
Chat, how are you going to make a three-way choice between the remainders of you? Sword, cry, pass. Sword, cry, pass. It seems pretty unanimous in chat. And you know what? I really don't agree. It's 5-0. It's unanimous. They're all voting for the sword. The chrysanthemum katana, if you will. You know this is going to end badly, right? We can't beat a gun with a sword. I'm meant to be all dainty and pathetic so that the Shinsengumi guys fall in love with me. I'm not actually a capable swordswoman. True. Really good advice from Ray Ray there. Save the game first, because none of these options have been chosen before by the previous owner of this cartridge. They're all new options. So we've saved, but at the end of the day, I have to eat the chat's choices. They say reach for the sword. I would cry for backup, is my choice. Or at least do nothing, but alright. I've wrapped my fingers around the sword. There has to be something I can do. Get out of here, you idiot! He'll tear you apart! Yamazaki, keep her out of this! You just used my pronoun. You've just given away to the demons that I'm a woman. Did you mess up? Or maybe they just knew anyway. Now Hijikata has to work twice as hard to cover for my ass. Oh, what's going to happen here then? Right, so he wants Hijikata dead to get revenge for the 3 guys that they killed in the opening of the game. There's Bushin Blades. There's the X. Is Roma here? Oh, this is good key art, though. It's not us using our sword like the chat wanted, but some of these two are definitely getting mega involved. Is this going to romance Hijikata in the process? Hijikata wouldn't die here. Hijikata wouldn't be the most useless member of Inazuma Japan. That could never happen. Blondie's not asked at all. Sign of respect, apparently. That was good enough to satiate them. They're going to back off now. So I at least drew my sword. I didn't do anything with it. I just carried on flailing about a bit pathetic. But they know that I'm some demon spawn, and they'll just come back for us later, I guess. I totally forgot! I totally forgot! Did you guys hear that? Hopefully he'll have one more line when I press the A button. If he does, listen to that voice and see if you recognise it. No, he went away. Please, Kazama. I don't mean you. I mean the guy with the purpley hair from the Shinsengumi. Chat? You recognise that, right? I don't need to talk to Harada right now. I need to talk to Hijikata. I think. No, not Hijikata. Saito. It's not you. Please give me another line. Oh, I think we've missed our chance to get another. At least it was a nice long line. But if you didn't have the chance to work out who it was before it was over, then that's too bad. Can anybody in the chat work out what I just worked out? Like, I don't know if chat's quite caught up yet, but I feel like that's a very recognisable voice in a certain Inazuma 11 game. Janus gets it. Yeah, it has to be, surely. I've not looked up the voice actor. I don't know it for sure, but it must be. No other voice sounds that nice. Yeah, everyone's properly caught on now. Great. We need more of him, unfortunately, as well. I have to prioritise Okita, but we need dialogue from Saito, because he absolutely has the same voice actor as Ozrock from Inazuma 11 GO Galaxy. Hopip Enjoyer even checked on IMDb somehow, I guess, and confirmed. What's the name of the voice actor again, Hopip? Let me credit him properly. I should really remember the name of the voice actor, considering he's like my favourite voice in anime altogether. He's really famous as well as a voice actor, and deservedly so, but it makes you wonder how it took until Season 6 of Inazuma to finally give him a character. Like, he'd been there as an option the whole time. And yeah, Kenjiro Suda, he's super iconic, but he sounds unbelievably hot when he's saying Stargazer and all of that. Like, he's got the perfect voice. That guy was born to be a voice actor, and he does it to perfection. He sounds incredible. And he's in this game. Yet more Inazuma parallels. We've got the S-Gene. We've got Soji Okita. We've got Kondo. We've got Bushin Blades. We've got a character called Yokimura. We've got a Jade Green who fancies Soji Okita. And now we've got Ozrock's voice. Kenjiro Suda is in this game, and I need to hear it again, but we just won't, will we? There's not that many voice lines in this game. What? What happened here? I've played too much, man. Why did I keep playing this game on screen? The utter gutsiness catch background with everyone except Okita involved. Why do I have to look at this guy, man? Who cares about him? What are they doing? It's yet another reminder that this is meant to be an Otome game. Oh yeah, I did play the Great Ace Attorney, and apparently Barak Van Zieks, the voice actor of Ozrock, was also the voice of Barak Van Zieks in the Great Ace Attorney. But I played the fan translation of Great Ace Attorney 1, and then I played the official translation of Great Ace Attorney 2. The official translation had English voice acting, so I didn't get to hear Ozrock's voice in that. I probably did hear it in the first game, but I also didn't really get to appreciate it because I hadn't even played Go Galaxy for myself at that point. I'd watched the anime, but like, yeah, beach episode, so good to know if I ever replay it in Japanese, Stargaze voice will be there. Well, there goes the fan service anyway. Hope someone enjoyed that. Ray has said, beach scene what? Seen the image and said, I need this game. Sure you do. Who's Baldy over here? He's taking us away from the shirtless men. Oh, I'm so hungry now. I didn't eat before this stream because I thought it was only going to be 2 hours. And here I am, way over the 3-hour mark, playing a friggin' dating sim. I've got editing to do as well tonight if I want to get that August month of shorts complete. I want to do 30 shorts in 30 days, but I also want it to start on August 1st, which means I need to finish them first. But part of it involves my voice work, and I've kind of screwed my voice at this point. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to do that, but I'll see how I feel after a good meal. The stream is going to have to come to an end fairly soon. I won't rule out the possibility of playing this game on stream again. Let's have a little bit more about Bald Guy. But I think I'm very hungry and my voice is starting to go, so I am going to have to stop within the next 5 to 10 minutes, unless somebody pays me a hell of a lot of money to keep going. I can never say no to the financial reimbursement, but it is genuinely getting to a point where I need to eat and rest my voice now. So unless the donations truly make an impact, I will have to stop very soon. And I mean that not as a joke. And there is also a new TXM video out, by the way, for everyone to watch. Because it's about... Let me tell you about Tom's new video. Because he's talking about an episode of a different anime that basically just randomly has an Inazuma-themed episode. And the reason I know so much is because I actually watched that anime episode because it was in the Inazuma iceberg. I don't know if Tom found out about it because of the iceberg or if he just kind of separately rediscovered it, but like there's basically some random anime that has an Inazuma copy moment, and his video is all about that. I never made content about it beyond mentioning it in the iceberg, but I did like watch the episode of the show, and it's pretty funny, to be fair, so I hope you enjoyed Tom's video about that. I should have known to make a reaction video 2 years ago when I actually watched it for myself. That would have been a good bit of content, but I just wasn't thinking that far ahead because I was still trying to do the normal Let's Plays. Oh god, she just said that she moaned. Well, that's not good, but yep, cool. Chat's admitting defeat. They're not putting any financial backing up front to keep me any longer. They're actually going to allow me to go and eat food. I'll get to the end of this conversation soon as it's got Commander Kondo in it, with no influence of Xanark. But I'm glad everyone enjoyed Hakuoki 3D Memories of the Shinsengumi. Apparently my chat revenue in total has reached the 20 quid mark. I didn't even notice that happen. Oh no, not him! Oh no, not him! No, 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 you go away. You look pale. Yeah, that's because he's about to turn into a zombie or a homunculus or whatever. He's arguing about the men giving their lives in vain is cool. But this is very high action-packed music for this new Mount Fuji background. There he's gone. Who knows what happened? He was just sticking up for the fallen before he turns into a proper baddie later in the plot, I'm sure. But for now, yeah, I can't even bring myself to read the dialogue anymore because I've been playing for an hour and I'm hungry. So, is it going to bring us to a choice here? Oh, we did the cleaning. Oh, that's why their shirts were off for the fan service scene. They were cleaning. So there you go. You get a final line from Soji Okuda. Can't blame me if Hijikata's an overprotective old woman. That's not very nice. We're getting voice lines. One more chance for Saito to speak and say Stargazer, please. They're also talking about him coughing up a lung because, yeah, they noticed his tuberculosis even if it's not got him yet. That was a voice line from Saito. Did I have the wrong guy? That didn't sound like Ozrock. Guess it must have been. It's not like he's acting as Ozrock right now. He just put the Ozrock voice on to do a really sleuthy, I'm in a battle and I want to scare these guys kind of voice. But he mostly doesn't sound like that, I guess.
まだゴミがあるじゃねえか。ちょうどいい。捨ててこい、新八。いや、だから明日。片付けたそばから暴れるな。誇りが立つ。
No wonder I didn't recognize Van Zeek's voice as being Ozrock if he sounds like that most of the time. He is a voice actor at the end of the day. He knows how to act and change his voice. That's just the way it goes. I'm worried about Okita. Is the option. I'm not giving you a choice in this, but I am, however, going to quit now. Oh, but no, they're getting to the doctor checking up on Okita. That's so important. Oh no, you can't hit me with the moment we've all been waiting for, literally when I was about to quit. It's Chikage Kazuma with the Ozrock VA, apparently. Alright, we'll keep an eye out for that name. I don't think he appears very often. Catch up. Ray, you say that all of them are the best stream of all time. It can't always be, but... yeah, I think it's very possible that this game will appear on another stream in the future. So, No! That was it! That was the moment! He didn't know! He didn't know! Well, he did know, I guess. Damn, my bro's gone. They all found out. He needs Zanuck to save him. He needs the S-Gene vial to save him. Every single person in this chat knew that Okita had tuberculosis. But never did we think he'd say, I'm scared shitless, believe me. They're trying to relegate him to his room. This is the moment where Sakamoto and the Ryman team arrive in the final stages of his tuberculosis. The S-Gene vial would probably save him, but we want to romance Okita, but we can't really let him live, because that would just ruin history. Can't tell Kondo, not yet. We really do need to get him a football. Oh, not more plot. Oh, your father's actually a good guy. Who knew? But unfortunately, we've already set our sights on the dying guy from the bad side. Damn, it's a bad time to be our protagonist right now. The love of her life is dying. Her father has turned to the good side that we have to assume as the bad side. He knew we were listening. There we are. Me and who?
もしかして松本先生の話本気にした？僕が変な病気にかかる
We're
よう
on
に
to
見え
the
る？
second stage of grief. Denial.
根も葉もない話を本気にされると困るんだよね。
Nah, he's right, to be honest. You do, in fact, have tuberculosis, and you're finished.
こんな冗談みたいな
This is it for
話
Jade Green.
誰にも言わない。
Although Jade Green also knew that Akita was dying, and I don't think she
もし誰かに言う
paid
つも
too
りなら
much attention
や
to
っぱ
that
り切らな
part.
くちゃならないかな。
I'm not going to leak your secret to the other lads, just to the rest of the internet.
そうかもね。
Don't fade out, it's like you've already died.
ありがとう。
Oh, not now. Don't fall in love as a result of him dying. No. No. He's gone. And he will soon be gone. Until we get him on the S gene anyway. Jaina says possibility that you'll start dating Hijikata once Okita kicks the bucket. We're committing to Okita, god bloody damn it. We love him even if he is dying. He's the Miximax target, not Hijikata. Hijikata's not even in Inazuma 11. I can't skip this. I'm pressing the button. What am I doing? Skip? Oh, well. Don't know what was up with that. I guess we were meant to lament for a while, but I'm saving the game. We know of Akita's illness officially now. I'm saving over the previous one because this is the path we wish to take. And we're done. Thank you for watching the Inazuma 11 Strikers World Cup with myself and TXM. And thanks especially to the people who stuck around for another hour to watch me play a Shinsengumi dating sim that kind of got real out of nowhere. Peak game? Sure. Peak game. This is it for the stream. Thank you all for watching. I might be back tomorrow for the other semi-final of the Strikers World Cup. Just got to see how much editing I can get done with my shorts, because I really want to start them on August, but it's not a guarantee. But there's definitely another match ready and waiting tomorrow at 7 o'clock, so you will have advance notice if the stream goes live. Will it be followed by some Shinsengumi? Don't know about that, because it'll be a lot later in the evening. But thanks for watching. Bye-bye.